Girl, hello.
Oh, hey.
It has been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
Okay, before we get to anything, before we even just jump in and I ask how the heck are ya? Have you been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Oh my gosh, no. Because
Girl,
because I don't think I need them all to be out. Are they all out yet?
no, stay strong, my girl. Stay
Yeah.
strong because
I'm like, I don't think I can handle waiting.
you can't. Because I'm having a literal conniption over here.
So is TikTok. Oh
That's the
my
thing. I
gosh.
don't know how you're on TikTok and
I've
not
already got
watching it.
spoiler. I've gotten like spoilers already. It sucks, but it's fine. That's probably why I can keep waiting.
Wait it out, girl. It's
Yeah.
not worth it. I've been suffering. They just dropped a new episode today. So of course, it's all I want to talk about. It's all I'm thinking about is freaking Conrad little belly button
You can
Jeremiah.
you can talk about it if you want. Like I'm definitely not.
No, at this point, my listeners are going to be begging me to stop. They're like,
Oh.
please, please. I don't want to hear about that stupid show one more time. And I'm like, listen, I get it. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but here we are.
You
I
read the books, right?
no, because I hated To All the Boys I Loved Before.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, burn me once.
Yeah. I don't even like really like this show, but
Me
I
neither.
I will watch every single second of it. Don't you worry.
That's my problem. That is literally my problem. Is I'm like, what is my issue that I don't even really like it when I'm watching
Yeah.
it? There's so many things about it I don't like. Like these characters annoy the living crap out of me, but I'm like,
I
but I
know.
love
What
it.
is it? What is it about this? Yeah, I don't get it, but I'm gonna watch it. Don't you worry. I'll tell you when I watch it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I just need to get that off my chest. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? All the way
So
across
good.
the world?
Oh, yeah. Can you believe I'm in a sweater right now?
Is
And
it winter?
it is.
Okay.
It is
How cold
winter.
does it get?
I mean, it was pretty cold yesterday, but it's like the fall. Just think fall weather, like peak fall, when it's like, oh, okay, no, winter's around the corner. That's what it
Uh-huh.
feels like. Let me see what the weather was yesterday,
That
but
sounds like a dream.
it's really, really rainy though. Like
Oh,
it rained all day yesterday. I was really like, what's the thing in Twilight?
yeah.
Like that was
Just in your
all
mind on
day.
a loop.
Yeah, I was looking out at the pouring, pouring rain, and I was like, wow, it really be moody out there.
I don't love rain every day.
I agree. Temperature wise, I don't know what it was yesterday because that's the problem. Everyone tells me what the temperature is, but it means nothing to me because they all do it in Celsius. I'm like, "Pff,
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what the freak you guys are talking about." Nice. Can you go back in time on the weather app? Can't I see what the weather was yesterday?
Oh,
No, I can only go forward. Honestly, good way to look at life, you know? Don't think of what's happened in the past. The weather of yesterday has no relevance to today. But I want to know what it was yesterday. Oh
that's
my
hilarious.
gosh. Yesterday was 54 degrees.
Fahrenheit?
54 Fahrenheit, yeah. Psh,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know Celsius.
Okay. I was like, are you
54.
asking me to convert for you? Because I don't know.
I would never ask a friend that I actually care about to convert religiously or
Oh.
my metric system because that's too much. I I've been here what, like 7 months now, and I could not even tell you what 30 degrees means when they're like, oh yeah, it was 30 outside. I don't know. Is that warm or cold? I don't know. I don't know. You guys haven't made
So
it
funny.
easy. Oh my gosh. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, the 50s, but it's wet 50s. But
Mm,
everybody
don't love
being
that.
like, it's freezing. I'm like, okay, y'all have clearly never seen snow before.
Oh, true, true. Yeah.
We got different definition of freezing, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I was a
That's
little chilly
funny.
today, but I guarantee I'm at some point soon I'm gonna have to switch my shirt to a short sleeve because I'm already getting heated just thinking about
Mm.
our topic for today. Oh my gosh. Should we
Yeah.
jump into it?
Let's jump in.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Life According to Nikki. This is Taylor. She is back, not for our 6 month review. That is going to be happening very soon. But, we started with season 1 of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It felt only appropriate to bring Taylor back for Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 2.
Woo woo. Oh,
Are we
goodness.
4 months behind? Absolutely. Have you heard it all already? 100%. But once again, we just thought you'd like our take. Are we kidding? Oh my gosh, I love that.
Wrote notes, so we're good.
Same. I watched it, wrote avid notes while watching, haven't thought about it since. So I'm
Same.
excited to hear what I have to say.
Yeah, same. Literally same. I don't remember anything that I wrote down. My first note, okay. Taylor's mom looks different.
Different.
I was like, okay, that's a choice.
Honestly, she looked so different that I couldn't even put a judgment on it because I was like,
I guess
"Who
I'm
are
just
you?"
like, you look not how you looked before.
Yeah. And it really was shocking. From
Yeah.
season 1 to season 2, I really
And I
wonder.
do think now, I think the beginning, like episode one, we saw her like recovering still. I do think she looks good now, like all healed up and not swollen and stuff.
Okay, we need to talk about, if we're talking facial surgeries, Jessie.
Did she get something?
Oh, she got like 10 somethings, but
Oh,
not
she
on the
did.
show. Yeah,
She did. I remember that.
yeah, since the show has aired, she got her
Yeah,
nose and her chin and her cheeks.
everything.
It really is nuts how much plastic surgery goes on in Utah.
I would be so scared to do anything to my face because if you hate it, you can never go back.
Yeah.
I don't
Here's
know.
my biggest holdup with the plastic surgery. Let me just get this out there right now. All right, if you want to do plastic surgery, whatever. But my holdup has been and will always be the daughters that these women have, the
Mm,
freaking messed up brains that they're giving their daughters of what beauty is supposed to be, that
right.
I don't understand how you as a mother could tell your child, your daughter, like,
Yeah.
you are beautiful, you are strong, you are amazing, you are like, people should love you for who you are, not what you look like. And then you go out and you change your entire face. How is
Right.
your 13-year-old daughter supposed to think at all that she is pretty when she doesn't even look like you? You know what I mean? Like,
True.
when you when she is part of you, but you guys don't have the same nose and you don't have the same chin, and she hates her chin, and you went and got you had the same chin and you went and got it done. So I don't know how that's
That's
gonna
so
mess with the
true.
psyche of these daughters.
Yeah. You do you, but like, yeah, that makes sense too.
I don't know, that's just me. That is just me
No.
because if I looked at my mother and she like hated her body up until she had plastic surgery and all of this stuff, and that's what made her like herself. I mean, I guess great that you now like yourself, so I don't want to like knock that, but that would have messed me up as a kid.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
genuinely,
for
I'm
sure.
messed up enough from being the only
Yeah.
girl in my family, and we all got our
No,
stuff
that's
with
so
body
true.
image, but I guess I'm just so sensitive to the body image stuff
Yeah, yeah.
that I'm just like, my gosh, okay.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, but you know what? Moving on from that, let's go
Yeah.
back to episode 1.
I wrote down, why is Miranda lying? I feel like she's lying. This is like the very first get together. It was like the Western when they were bringing up the whole swinging scandal and everything, which I guess she was in that moment lying. Because later on, she like finally came out and said some of the stuff that she was earlier on saying didn't happen, and then later on said did. So it's like she was lying.
Okay, that Westerner event, where was the event? There was 6 of them there. There was all of this stuff set up, and they all show up, But I was like,
Yeah.
where are all the people at this influencer event?
I'm like, yeah, I was like, they either show up early or like it's after. I don't know. Cause yeah, where are all the people? That's a good
Ge-
point.
Ugh, I was so happy though. We're gonna get to it. That we finally found out what actually occurred with the swinging scandal. Like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, when they just spelled it out for us, I was like, this is what we've been waiting for.
exactly. Okay, my next one is so this is Jen and her husband now.
Mhm.
When she said to her husband something like you leaving medical school isn't enough. I totally get what she was saying, but it also goes both ways. Like if you want him to support you in your dreams, then you should also reciprocate. Her saying like you leaving your full on what you planned your life out for isn't enough was kind of weird to me that she said that.
Both of them, I feel like they have definitely evolved for sure.
Hmm.
I think it was a huge wake-up call season one, the backlash,
Yeah.
everyone hating Zach, myself included. I do retract slightly what the perception was and what I said, only
Yeah.
slightly. But here's the thing about both of them is they're children. Like they
Yeah.
are so emotionally immature. They are now trying to claim more of themselves, which is a very healthy, very good thing. This differentiation. This is where they're getting mixed up. Is they're wanting to be fully themselves, but they are getting all of their validation from their partner. They're saying like, no, no, no,
Right.
you have to validate me in everything that I do, all of my emotions that I feel, what I want out of life. Like they want their partner, it's just like a different version of control in this like power
Mm,
dynamic that they have going on rather than being willing to like own their own crap and
right.
be able to sit with themselves and not being validated by their partner. That's way healthier and they just like haven't gotten there. And I think it's just because, they're young and it takes time and stuff, but holy
Yeah.
crap, I felt bad for them this whole show. I felt
I
terrible
did
for them.
too. Me too.
Yeah, it was not fun to watch them
No,
just like have their marital struggles be out.
that would
Yeah.
just would suck. I just feel like a lot of their conversations just had me being like, don't agree with that, don't agree with that. But then it like had a good outcome in the end. So I was like, okay, great for you guys. And so, um,
My gosh, yeah. I feel like we need the blanket statements again. I don't want their lives. I don't agree that they are somehow representing the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
oh
Saints.
my
You know
gosh,
what?
yeah.
We're gonna get into that in the later episodes where I was like
Hmm.
actually for the first time I was starting to feel upset that they're
Oh, okay.
associating with the church
Yeah,
because they're just women from Utah. That's what they are. They're
yeah,
not members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
right,
Like
correct.
that's what's just it was kind of so annoying to me this season because the first season I thought it was okay. They involved some things, but everything to me that they did talk about gospel wise or the
Hmm.
church was the most ex-Mormon take I've it was just so it was like clearly you don't go to church, okay?
Yeah,
Which that's not an issue, but don't speak on something you know nothing about. Like,
right.
what are you
It's
doing, Jesse?
it's
Talking
crazy.
about like these things you know nothing about. At least Michaela owns up to it and she says, I don't know. Because, girl,
Right,
she
yeah.
doesn't know. She hasn't, they're not members. Oh my gosh. Like, it was really annoying me this season because everything felt so performative, way more than
Hmm.
season one, with any prayer that they said and anything that they did that was even remotely religious, except for at the end, Michaela and Macy, and I'll talk about that. But like everything else,
Right.
where they talked about the church, I was like,
It was
shut up.
so overdone. Like I was, yeah, it got annoying. I wrote Dakota's selfish lying to Taylor had my jaw on the ground. Crazy. Actually so sad for Taylor.
It is toxic, those two.
Mm.
I do feel like I'm watching a teen drama when it
Yeah.
comes to those two. I'm watching 16 and Pregnant when I'm
I was
watching them.
just gonna say that. Just seriously.
You're broken up, but like you still sleep together? What? Mm,
Yeah, again, don't agree, don't agree. Good for
good for
them,
you.
I guess. I don't get it.
What does hooking up even mean?
Okay, there must be different definitions because my definition is like all the way. Like a hookup is like you slept with that person. But apparently there's multiple definitions. Apparently it could just be a kiss. Apparently it could just be they went and hung out. Like I don't know. What is it?
This is something that's so interesting. I've actually been reading a book, classic, about sex, also classic. Sounds like me, doesn't it? It's called For Goodness Sex, and it's
Okay.
this high school sex ed teacher. He has his doctorate or whatever, and it's a whole thing about basically how to teach about sex education to teenagers. It's fantastic. Highly recommend.
Wow. Okay.
But in it, he has this entire chapter on language and how we use secret language, is what he calls it, where,
Okay.
you don't actually say, we had penetrative sex. You don't say
Imagine.
that. But imagine how much clearer it would be if we could actually
True.
talk like that, right? But instead, because we've deemed it as, we can't for, societal reasons say things like that, we come up with these terms. But the problem is when you come up with these terms like hookup, they have different definitions depending on who you are, like where in the world you live, your cultural background, everything like that. So then it becomes really confusing because there's a lot of inference going on where you're inferring that they're meaning this when they actually meant that, but no one's actually talking about it. And then it becomes really tricky when teens are talking to each other about like, hey, do you want to hook up on Friday? And maybe to one person, they have this definition of what hookup is, and then the other person has a definition of what hookup is, but then they don't actually verbalize to each other when they get together on Friday what they mean. So then sometimes people are like crossing lines they weren't prepared to cross, they didn't think would happen, right? So then
Right.
it causes all these things. And and what's just so crazy to me is that we're seeing all of that play out with adults, with adults.
Mm.
And I watched this YouTube video specifically about Secret Lives for season one, and it was this woman, and I think she explained it perfectly, where she said, what's fascinating about these women, why they have a TV show, why it's been this phenomenon, is because what you have this group of adults, true, they are over 20 years old, adults,
Yeah.
but they lived this lifestyle and like never really had much rebellion in their teen years. Like their sexual development was very stunted. And so now they're having their rebellious teenage years as 20-year-olds with children.
Mm.
And that's exactly what it is it's like they were so, guarded in some aspects at home, and then now they're like, wait a second, mom
Yeah.
can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna have sex and I'm gonna do all these things. But the thing is, those actions have consequences. But they never learned how to like really take accountability and understand the consequences of those actions as they are teenagers when it's like easier to make mistakes, to go out and get drunk
Hmm.
and do these things. Like you're not tearing a family apart when you're 16 years old going out and getting
Right.
drunk.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a little bit more culturally appropriate to, I don't know, have talks about condoms and be like, "Ah, Mom, don't tell, like, but
Hmm.
at least it's some part of a conversation for the mainstream world. But because in Utah you don't really have that at all, you now have these adults who are doing very like risky behavior, having sex without condoms. Like they're doing these very risky things. They're having sex while drunk. They're
Hmm.
which is very teenage-like behavior with teenage risk, but there's far worse consequences because they're older, because this is very
Right.
impactful to, they're established, they're married, they're now cheating on their spouse. Like there's more weight to it rather
Mm-hmm.
than having it be a healthier thing when you're teenagers, like conversations and allowing teenagers to like push boundaries a little bit. I'm not saying like let teenagers go out and have sex and drink. Like that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But I'm saying if they would have had these freaking conversations, if they wouldn't have felt like they were having to bust out of some metaphorical prison that
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
been
yeah.
in, I think we would have less consequences at this
No, for
stage.
sure.
But the drama of these consequences to these adults is what's intriguing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that
As
is perfectly said.
Oh, thank you. What's insane is it's these real people and they're not teenagers. That's what's so intriguing.
Yeah, so intriguing.
Every bit of their drama is so immature that you can't believe that like two adults are having that conversation.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm old. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm older than some of these women.
You're older than most of them. Only
Oh, yeah.
Jesse, yeah, Jesse's like 31 or something. Everybody
Okay, yeah.
else, I think Macy might be like 26 or 27.
Yeah, I don't even
No, no,
remember how
we're
old they
we're
all are.
older than everyone but Jesse.
I'm like, goodness gracious. I just watched this show on my couch, just like, what is life?
Right. So that's why it's crazy when if anyone ever thinks that this somehow mimics the life of normal, well-adjusted members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it doesn't.
No.
Because
Oh
look
my
how
God.
freaking insane their lives are.
Even if
Most,
I was a big fat drinker, I can guarantee I would still be at home on the couch. Like, I don't know. These people are wild.
they
I'm
are
just not,
wild.
it's not in me to be that way.
Yeah,
But
so
anyway.
the definition of hooking up, it gets really
Oh, yeah.
confusing because nobody knows what the freak you're talking about or what you even mean. So
And
to
then
me,
nobody like asks further questions. They just like move on. I'm like, wait, I want to know what their definition of hookup was.
I had a couple friends here ask me because they watched the show and they had asked me that exact question. What is a Mormon hookup? I was like, depends on who you ask.
Where you're at now in Australia is hookup. If you asked like 10 different people, they would all have the same definition.
Most of them would say it's some sort of penetration, but the other thing that's interesting is a lot of times people won't classify a blowjob as a hookup.
Oh, well, I probably would.
Yeah, I would too. Hookup? What a blanket term that could mean 10 different things.
I feel like if you're just kissing, do not say hookup.
Say you made
Yeah,
out. And then
exactly.
if anybody's clothes came off, you did more than make out. So don't just say you
Yeah,
made out if people's clothes came off.
exactly. Okay, wow. Yep, we've solved it. Okay, next.
Next, Jen has a statement where she says that women are taught to be submissive to men. She
I
says
wasn't
women,
taught that.
yeah,
I don't
same.
know where she was taught that. I wasn't taught that. Literally everything they say about what women were taught, I was like, well, we were had way different lives because I was not taught that.
Okay, great. Same. I wanted to establish that because the second she said that, I felt bad for her that she had
Yeah,
somehow either truly been taught that or that was the messaging she picked up or
right.
but I was like, ugh, these women with huge platforms and a mic saying this stuff and then now everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, everyone in the Mormon church is taught to be submissive to men."
Mm-hmm.
Newsflash, not true. I am a true feminist, all right? I ain't submissive to no man.
Yeah,
Okay,
serious.
continuing on, ketamine treatment. Tell me what your thoughts are on the ketamine phenomenon because that is really raging in Utah right now.
I know. I actually are you asking if I am pro or against?
Oh, I don't think you have to be either. I just want to,
Okay.
yeah, what's your
Because I
take?
was like, I think if it helps people, cool. I don't know. I don't really have a judgment on it, I don't think.
I'm kind of in the same boat to be honest. But I do think it's kind of it made me giggle when they went to go the ketamine treatment places in Utah just to me make me roll my eyes. Of course that's how they look. Of course it's treated as
Yeah.
like that's spa treatment for the upper class. Like go do
Oh, sure.
ketamine. Like what the
This is
freak?
great. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's for the rich. It's just what a market, honestly. And I don't know, I don't really have an opinion truly
Yeah, I
on
don't
ketamine.
either. I kind of think I would be scared to do it myself, but
Any drugs I'm not down to do personally, just because
yeah.
I have a very adverse reaction to drugs of any kind. Any kind. I can't take most painkillers because I have a horrible, horrible reaction.
Oh, see, and mine is like my body reacts too well. And so that scares me. Like if I get put to sleep, I'm not waking up for hours. Good luck waking me up. Like
Really?
my body loves drugs. It's like it holds on to it, I think. And so I think I would be scared to try it. I'm like, ooh, that's scary. My body would be like, put me
More.
in like a freaking coma. Like, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever come back too. So I don't know. So that's why I'm scared.
Yeah, mine's the opposite because when I take medications, I have horrible like hallucinations. It
Oh my
changes,
gosh.
yeah, it changes my personality. Like genuinely, genuinely. When
That's
I
terrifying.
when I took painkillers for my knee surgeries when I was 16 years old, that's when we like really discovered how bad it was I had to put on those headphones that you take when you're shooting, like noise canceling
Oh,
headphones
uh-huh.
for like freaking shotguns. Like I had to I had to put those on because I became so sensitive to any noise that
Oh my
I
gosh.
would freak out. So I was like wearing those in the house and everyone in the house had to whisper, and if I heard any noise, I would like scream. I was like cussing. I never ever
Oh
in my
my
whole
gosh.
life like would swear or anything like that. It was like I truly I go into like a psychosis state
Goodness
when
gracious.
no, it was horrible. And it was
That's
really,
terrifying.
it is. It's especially terrifying when I have me. It was almost like there was someone else in the driver's seat of my brain, and I could consciously, I was understanding that I was not in control. Like it was almost like me and my personality was in a prison locked in my head, and I was like crying, being like, "Don't say that. Like that's so mean. Like be nice." And I was like, calm down, like you're okay. And then whoever was in the freaking driver's seat was a chaotic, mean devil.
What the heck?
When I was in the hospital, side story, when I was in the hospital for my back surgeries, we
Mhm.
told them this. We told every nurse, every doctor that came to see us before I went back for my back surgeries, do not, under any circumstances, give me these types of drugs. We had a whole list of like which drugs they can't give me. And sure enough, what they put me
Oh.
with right after I woke up from surgery, the drug that makes me go into freaking psychosis. So I wake
Oh
up from
my.
surgery and I am a freaking mess. And by the time I was on that drug for it had been, I think it was 24 hours at that point that I was on it. Every nurse that walked in my room, everyone, I was screaming at them. I was crying. And
Gosh.
my mom at one point was trying to help me with my pillows, like help adjust them. I got so mad at her because she just like moved it. She's trying to help, like she was
Right.
trying, but I'm a mess. And she moved the pillow how I didn't want it, and I start like screaming at my mother. And
Poor mom.
I do not do that. And so my mom started crying. And
Yeah.
so me locked in the back of my head, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a terrible person. Like I'm horrible." And I started like and all of a sudden I felt like I was the worst person on earth, like I had murdered someone. I
Oh my
genuinely like that
goodness.
was how I felt. So I start like hitting myself. I start ripping out my IV.
Oh
I was like
my.
screaming. I'm telling you.
How
It
have I never heard this story?
I can't believe I haven't told it to you. Yeah, no, my parents, so my parents ran and like they screamed for a nurse and they were like they came in and my mom, she literally, I will never forget like the way she said it. She was like, if somebody doesn't get her a different drug, like like somebody please.
Oh my god.
She cannot handle these drugs.
Drainer.
And it was a horrible experience because
That's
the
terrifying and
yeah,
a
the
nightmare.
drug that I had to go on, if anybody knows drugs, for any pharmacists out there, hydrocodone, oxycodone, Percocet, anything like in that family, I can't have.
Hmm.
So
Oh
instead, they
wow.
had to go up to a drug called Dilaudid, which they never want to give you because it's like 10 times more addictive than these super addictive medications, which is why they didn't give it to me. Because they're like, yeah, right. She's freaking asking for Dilaudid. Like, we're not giving this girl
Mhm.
Dilaudid. And we were
Yeah.
like, you don't get it. Like, this,
You-
you cannot give her this other stuff. And thank goodness there was a nurse whose daughter has the same thing, where
Oh, good.
she just like psychological. I don't know what happens in my brain, but genuinely, I am not in control. I am not in control. Some devil takes over my
I
body and my
cannot
mouth.
believe that.
So
That is just wow.
yeah, so when someone's like, "Do you want to go do ketamine?" I'm like,
You're
"Ah,
like, no, thank you. I'll
I'm
pass.
good. I could burn the place down for all we know." Like, I don't know.
Meanwhile, I'm knocked out. Imagine we go together. You'll never wake me up and you're over there lighting the place on fire.
Oh my
Dynamic duo right there.
Moving on from ketamine, the last note I had on the episode one was the way they can't stop touching their hair is so
Oh
annoying.
my gosh. I've never seen anything like it.
Sorry, really quick. In third grade, I got a hair extension clip, like hair clip. Okay?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And it was really long and it was blonde and it was attached to like a clip claw thing. So of
Mm-hmm.
course I'd put my hair in a cute little bun and then I'd claw the hair extension onto my hair and I thought I was the hottest thing in third grade. And I remember the way that that felt, just to have this extra weight on my head, and just the way that I wanted to play with it because it was fake and it was long and it was so pretty. And like, it was just so fun. That is these women. These women are
Yeah.
third grade me with their freaking hair extensions.
I have never had hair extensions. It just does not seem comfortable.
But I will say the desire to touch it is insane.
Oh, okay
Because
then.
it's just like this fake, I don't know, it adds this extra weight and you just feel it feels different on your head, the feel of it. And especially with how long theirs are. Of course they're messing with it every
Hmm.
5 seconds because it's like it's literally 4 feet longer than their actual hair length.
4 feet.
We're just playing with it. They're like, oh, look at me, I'm Rapunzel. Freak. But ladies, first off, we can
That's
all tell they're
so funny.
extensions. You ain't fooling
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
I don't care how well the color blends. They're extensions.
So funny.
And they're so much longer than your actual hair. And just stop touching them.
Yes. Great note.
Oh, thank you. Okay, episode two. Let's hear your notes. What do you got for me?
Okay. Very first, toppity top, the barbecue at Taylor's parents' house.
Oh,
I did a bunch of wide-eyed and emojis in my notes. And I'm on Taylor's side for sure.
yeah, the
Okay.
thing that her stepdad said, where she's complaining about, not complaining, she was just stating facts about how hurt she was,
Hmm.
about, he's telling her that he hasn't been with anyone, and then they're sleeping together, and then he goes out the next day and like hooks up with a girl, which we now know they didn't
Oh yeah,
actually have
yes.
sex, they just dry humped.
There was a TikTok that said, I would never admit on national television that I dry humped somebody. Like that is the worst terminology. Why would you ever say that? Don't tell people that you did that.
Oh my gosh, I thought the same thing. I was like, "Ah!" She said, wow. Oh my
Like,
gosh. And then I loved how Jenna made it about, she was like, yeah, but like, I wouldn't have done anything because of, my Mormon background. And I was like, okay, that's not why you wouldn't have, what?
yeah,
Like, girl. So, okay, but we
it's like,
established they
yeah,
did not have penetrative sex. They
right.
did make out with clothes on, however, and whatever occurs with that. And so, that was hurtful to Taylor. But then her stepdad saying, what does that say about you?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah, woof.
That was rough. I feel like in that moment, I don't know, she has so low self-worth and so much
Hmm.
self-hatred that did not need to be said. Like, that was not
Yeah.
helpful in any way. Like, she clearly believes that about herself, and she has thought that so many times.
Yes.
And clearly, if that is the behavior that she is showing, there's something else going on. Behavior is the greatest indication of something else occurring.
Hmm.
Either before or after a behavior is truly what's triggering an actual action. Like someone
Yeah.
who loves themselves and respects themselves and has good communication, healthy boundaries, all that stuff, they wouldn't have the behavior that Taylor's showing.
Right.
So it's like she's hurting. She is going through a lot of things. She is doing all of this. So her behavior, where it is showing and acting out, is in this way. So to say and just attack this behavior as her stepdad and say, like, well, what does that say about you? It says your daughter's hurting.
I also feel like some people on TV, which I guess he could fall into this category, they like have a thought, but they don't think it through. And they like are like, this is gonna be like, whoa, what a profound statement. But then I think he regretted it right away because he was
Yeah.
like not at the table anymore after that. I think he regretted it big time.
Yeah.
But at the time when he said it, I think he thought, oh, this is gonna be like such a whoa statement. I'm gonna be so profound or what I don't know, is that the right word?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Because they're on TV and they wanna have that one-liner that, like, means something, but then he's like, "Wait, just kidding, I didn't actually mean that." I think he regretted it. I hope, anyway,
I think so too. I think
but
truly that her family, they got some messed up dynamics, but I do think that they
yeah.
love each other and care about each other. But
Mhm.
they all need some help. Goodness.
Yeah, because her mom keeps saying to keep trying, but I'm like, "I don't agree to keep" like, that's just so toxic.
Keep
Sometimes you don't
trying.
have to keep trying.
Sometimes it's better to just stop and heal and
Yeah.
move on. And in the end, I did feel bad for Dakota because Taylor even admits this isn't fair to both of us. And he said, he was like,
Yeah.
this, because it isn't. It isn't fair.
Mhm.
It isn't kind. It's not healthy. What they were
Yeah.
doing, as good as it may feel in the moment to, have sex with each other and they just have all these passions and all this stuff because there's so much
Mm.
history and they've been through so much. At the end of the day, like they are just stunting each other's personal growth, truly,
Yeah.
by continuing the bad behavior. If you want to
Mhm.
get to a new place emotionally and mentally, your behaviors will show it. And so
Yeah.
constantly going back to the old behavior, it's showing that you're not evolved enough in actually what's creating the behavior, which is sad. And
Yeah.
they think they both deserve happiness. They both are just two very broken people that could heal, but
Yeah.
they're every time one person gets out of the hole, they freaking drag the other one back into it. Like they just keep
Yeah.
jumping back in.
And I get, like, being together for your baby, like, having a kid definitely, like, is a huge thing, and it's, like, yeah, it's great for the kid if both of the parents are together, but also you're probably damaging the kid more
Hmm.
in a toxic relationship than, like, if you're just not together. happy, you know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah, two well-adjusted, mature adults,
co-parents, yeah.
co-parents are better than two together parents that are whatever
Yes.
mess they are.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. What else you got for me?
I put Jen is bugging me. Then I have Jessie is not a girl's girl, inviting all these
Mm.
people to her Halloween party.
I said this last season, and I stick with it so much more, even with season two and the upcoming season three. Here's my stance on all of the women. Okay?
Okay.
I think Macy and Whitney, I felt this in season one too. Everyone tried to make Whitney out to be the villain. I never, ever thought Whitney was the villain in season one. Never. Whitney did not deserve the villain cut of season one,
Uh-huh.
but that's the one she got. So I
Yeah.
am a personal fan. Do I follow them on social media? No, not personally, but like I do think that Macy, especially, I think Macy's a great person. I think she has a
Me
cool,
too.
like, great story. I think there's more
Mm-hmm.
to her. Macy and Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Miranda, to be honest, I think fantastic. Like she really stayed out the drama. She's like, I've had enough
Yeah.
drama over the past few years.
Yeah.
I got no issues with Miranda. Jen, definitely this season, it was hard to root for her in any capacity, but to me, Jen is just a very broken girl that like wanted friends. She wanted something and then the reality of what she wanted was not what she was expecting because
Right.
I heard that she was not originally part of Mom Talk, that she got cast for the show, like she auditioned for this show is what I heard.
Oh.
So,
See, I don't know
uh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's 100% true, but I did hear that.
Hmm.
But I don't think Jen is a bad person. I think them trying to make Jen the villain of this season is not accurate. The two true villains, thought it in season one, I still think it today, is Jesse and Demi. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the undercover villain is Michaela. I didn't like her in season one. I think she
Oh, I
is
do
a
not like
terrible
her.
person. I do.
She's a bitch.
Yes. Yes.
That's the only word I can think of to fit it.
So that's kind of my
But she's
stance.
also a good friend. I really like Macy, and she's a good friend to Macy. So it's like
Sure.
I like their friendship. But yeah, her as like a person, I don't like her.
Yeah, I'm not condemning any of these women. Like, obviously, they're complex and it's not so black and white. But, like,
Right.
I would never, ever, ever, ever in the real world, if I had never seen them on TV or anything, that's besides the point, okay?
Hmm.
If I just met them, I genuinely believe in my soul that I would never become friends with Macy, or sorry, with Jesse, Demi, or Michaela, because
Same.
I think to their core they're mean girls. I think they're
Yeah.
more complex with that. Again, their behavior of being a mean girl says a lot more about them than the actual behavior itself.
Hmm.
But I could never be friends with someone like that.
No,
The
me
way
neither.
that Michaela treats Whitney
Oh
is
my gosh, it is a
inexcusable.
bully. She thinks she's not a bully, and it is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay,
And
but
I think Whitney's very. I really love how intelligent she is with her wording, like her. Um, I'm not obviously good intelligent with my wording, but like I just like how Whitney talks. Like
mhm.
especially at the reunion, like I feel like she explained it well how Michaela is, and I agree with it.
Yeah, her being like, I don't understand why it's a problem when I do it, but it's not an
Hmm.
issue when Michaela
Exactly.
literally attacks me by name, bullies me, but somehow that's okay?
Yep.
Yeah, this
Yep.
double standard that they have set, and I do think Nick Vile does have it out against Whitney. I think he, since season one,
Yes.
he didn't like Whitney. He didn't have her on the show.
Yeah.
He was absolutely, he has a narrative in his head of who Whitney is, and he
Yep.
refuses to get past that at all. So I felt like he was very attacking of Whitney during the reunion.
Yes. I didn't really like him as the host, but
I
we'll get to
agree.
that, I guess.
I agree. Okay, back to episode two.
So yeah, Jesse's not a girl's girl inviting all those people to her Halloween party. She knew exactly what she was doing. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, and then her dressing up the same costume as that Jen was gonna do. Like she totally did that on purpose.
That's such a
Uh,
bully. Again, that's such a mean girl high school move.
but she tries to play it out as like it's funny, and it's like it's not funny though. It's funny to you.
Right, because you're
But
mean.
anyway. And then my last note for episode 2, I said I'm Team Taylor. Always have and always will. I just love her.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I'm Team Taylor as well. I forgot about her. And I forgot
I
about
said
Layla.
oh yeah, Layla.
I feel like they had to give her that plot line in the last episode just to
Yeah.
honestly give her like some relevance on the show. Because her
Oh,
orgasm thing was the only discussion point we've ever had with Layla.
exactly. With Taylor, I said she had a right to be pissed and start screaming, even though, like, yeah, that probably wasn't the greatest timing and place, but like, she's the only one who's ever told the truth. So, like, I feel like if I was in that same situation and literally everyone around me was not having my back and not hearing me, I would probably start screaming too.
What really
So,
got me was when the cops were called, and then Jesse comes out like, hee hee, have you ever heard of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Like, girl, the world doesn't revolve around you. No, they
I
haven't.
know. Oh my
I
gosh.
just, to me, all of this is a very orchestrated PR thing for Jesse, and
Yeah.
I really don't like that. And I hate that she pretends like it's not. Like, just own
Hmm.
up to it. If this is all to stir drama and stuff, then just own it. I feel like I'd
Yeah.
have a lot more respect for her. I wouldn't like her still, but like
Yeah.
just say that, yeah, we're gonna do this because we want to cause drama. Don't lie and say like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be funny that we dress up the same as Jen. Like, no, you did this to start drama. It's
Yep.
gonna be funny to like have the Chippendales thing. No, you did it because you want this reaction. Like,
Yeah.
don't think we're stupid, Jesse. We can see right
Yeah.
through it. So this whole
Yep.
innocent act, and then you accuse Jen of the innocent act. I think the difference is with Jen, she's actually delusional enough to think that she's not in the wrong. Like she actually does have good intentions. I think most of the time. Like Jen's lying to herself. Okay, that's
Yeah, yeah.
different. When Jen says something, it's because she's like this giant people pleaser, so she can't stand the thought of like just saying something how it is, and so she'll kind of tell a lie or a version of it in this way to that person to make her look good, and she'll say a different version to this person to make her look good because she's afraid of like actually having people's opinions because her entire worth as a person is left in the hands of others.
Hmm.
That's different than
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
Jesse does. When Jesse says this to that person to make her look good, I'm like, you're doing it because you're manipulative. Whereas
Yep.
Jen does it because she doesn't get her self-worth from anyone but like from anything other than outside sources. It's
Right, right.
different.
It is. Yes.
It could even be the same action, but the intention behind it I think is so manipulative and mean from
Yeah.
Jesse, and I just don't think that it's that way with Jen. I don't agree with
Hmm.
her actions, but
Yeah.
I don't think her reason behind them are the same as Jesse's.
Yes.
You know?
Wow. Yeah. A ditto.
Okay. I'm like, oh, can you tell I've just like been thinking these things
Oh
for a
my
while?
gosh.
Like, ah, maybe, and it's also I look too deep into all of this stuff anyways. I wish I could just have a casual, fun, silly time, but I can't because I'm incapable of doing that in any movie, TV situation. Like, it's always gonna be too deep for me, okay? Okay, sorry. Did you have anything else on episode 2?
Nope.
Okay, here's mine. My
Okay.
husband meeting one-on-one with two friends is crazy. Jen's husband meeting with Demi and Jesse.
That's
That's
weird.
crazy. I would never, first off, would never need that to happen unless you were planning a
Right.
freaking surprise party for me.
Right.
You're
Seriously.
gonna go and hash it out with two of my friends that have been bashing you online, made like the world hate you. So I'm gonna send you little lone soldier style to two people that I'm pretending are my friends. Like, it was just the weirdest freaking scenario. What do you
Yes.
mean he's gonna just go have a little two-on-one with these two grown married women as a married man with three
Weird.
children? Like,
Weird.
it's so
I
weird.
forgot about that. Yep.
All right, episode 3. Holy crap, I have so many notes on episode 3.
The whole Chase touching with Demi.
I
What are your
literally,
thoughts on that? Because I feel like that was exploded into way more than it needed to be.
he brushed past her, and we have it on camera. Like, it's been
Yeah.
taped.
Yeah.
Play it back. And then she runs up,
The
like,
way
again,
she the way she vocalized, she used the wrong words because obviously my husband, if I went to my husband and said somebody laid their hands on me, yes, my husband's going to throw hands. He's gonna be freaking pissed.
yeah.
She did not telephone that correctly at all.
But part of me thinks that she telephoned it the exact way to get the reaction she wanted.
Yes,
You know
she
what I
did that
mean?
on
Because
purpose.
absolutely, which I think is mean to her spouse. Kudos to
Like
Brett for like
like
reacting very quickly.
Brett had the correct reaction to what he was given.
Right, exactly. So I understand where then what's his face was like, whoa, 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 you know?
Yeah.
And then Demi is standing there as if she didn't just cause this kerfuffle,
Yeah.
but like standing there, arms folded, like, yeah, that's my man. What the
Yeah.
freak, girl? Like, this man didn't touch you.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are you just letting your man defend something that never happened? Okay,
Yes.
like, what? You are the problem. You created this.
Yep.
That was insane to
That
me.
was insane.
If
I
I was
believe.
Brett, I would have
I'd be
been
so
pissed.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I would have been pissed if I found out after, like, going
Yeah.
down there about ready to defend my woman
Mm-hmm.
to find out, like, he bumped you? He bumped you and
Yeah.
you had me, sail to the rescue?
It's stuff like that that like makes us women look like we cried wolf
Yes.
scenario. It's like when something actually does happen, like she made it sound so serious. You don't just throw out accusations like that when it comes to that type of stuff.
I completely agree. Because what could have happened is she could have gone, if she was a normal person, if any
Hmm. Yeah.
of these women were normal and well adjusted into adulthood, she could have gone upstairs and been like, hey, babe, Chase
Yeah.
bumped me when he walked past. And honestly, I felt like it was kind of like violating that he was so aggressive towards me. There's a lot going on downstairs, but like, could you maybe come down and talk to him about
Yeah.
that was inappropriate to like
Like what
bump
his issue
past me?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely different to have your spouse, and then
Yes.
like go down if it needs to be a, man-to-man conversation.
I
This whole
love how they're
thing.
just all upstairs, like practicing choreography while everyone's down there screaming. It's
Oh
like
my goodness.
ridiculous.
Okay, keep going. What else you got for me?
Oh, I said making Zach redeem himself was stupid.
Again, we are having these teenage things where
Mhm.
we're gonna make him redeem himself. This is a man with 3 children, okay?
Right.
That's not your job, Jesse.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
your place as some rando side character in their lives to deem him redeemed. What the heck? Again, painting it as like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna be so fun. And like Jen was told ahead of time and all this stuff. The way that they painted that was so manipulative and so not true. And the note that I had was if my friend's spouse did a freaking
Mm.
lap dance in front of me, I would hate
Mhm.
it and walk out. Not okay. Zach does
Mhm.
not have to be okay with it. The way that they have it skewed of what you're supposed to be okay with and supposed to allow and like whatever, like you all are freaking
There's
insane.
there's a difference between like being in a controlling relationship of like somebody's controlling what you do versus we're in a like a respectable relationship. It seems more normal to me to be upset about your spouse getting a lap dance in front of you. I would flip it. If that was my husband, I'd be getting a lap dance from a girl. Oh, I would be so pissed. But like, I don't know what these women have in their brains that like it's fine. Your husband should let you do whatever the heck you want. I get that you don't want a controlling husband, but like I don't want a husband that doesn't care that I'm gonna go, flirt and get, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I know
I don't
exactly what
know.
you're saying.
If anyone's giving me a lap dance, it's my husband. Like I
Yeah.
don't I would be uncomfortable if it was
Oh.
anybody else.
And they're all sitting there watching this happen.
That
Like
was
my
uncomfy.
I would be mortified if I was just sitting there. If I was at a party, like your husband was giving a lap dance to a different one of my married friends, I would be like,
Weird.
what the hell is happening? I'd be like, everyone stop. Let's let's take a beat. Um, what are we doing? What are
Yeah.
we doing? Aren't you guys
Yeah.
not like you're married? You're married. Clearly you don't love your spouse. Like
It'd be
you're not
weird.
committed
It
to
would be
them.
so weird.
Oh my God.
And their husband's just like agreeing to do it all. I'm just like, this is just weird.
That's so weird. They have really,
Anyway,
really weird definitions of what a committed relationship is supposed to look like. And I'm telling you
yeah.
right now, it's not just like going out and giving lap dance to whoever you want. That's not freedom.
And they always bring it back to the church. And it's like, this
Yeah.
has nothing to do with the church.
Yeah, for real. There are many people not of our faith, not of our religion,
Exactly.
non-religious, that would say, yeah, not okay with that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, my goodness.
I just
What,
read
what,
my next note.
what?
I don't know what the context was, but I said, the chances of everyone being a narcissist is low. We need to stop throwing out that word.
They do say that word a lot.
Yeah, just because someone thinks they're right and like is manipulative towards you does not automatically make them a narcissist. There's a lot of behaviors and different things that truly make a narcissist. You could have someone that's definitely controlling, definitely, they could be a lot of things, but a
Hmm.
narcissist? And you're just throwing this all out? Oh, just because because they told you what to do, they're a narcissist? Like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, again, let's hit the brakes.
Yeah. I said, every time Jen and Zach talk, she's very me, 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 and it's making me team Zach. She says she wants to be equals, but the way she's talking to him is not acting that way.
Dr. Jennifer Finlayson Five, my queen. She has a lot that she says about honestly that exact point, where a lot of times you have in a relationship, she calls it the one up and the one down position. So I'm gonna explain it terribly, but basically you have one person where they get all their validation and stuff from having someone beneath them, and a lot of
Hmm.
times in this more traditional religious, denomination and stuff, you have like the man being in this position of power, and
Hmm.
he gets his power from kind of taking it from the woman. But of course,
Hmm.
that doesn't last very long because that's not actually how we as people should be getting any sort of power. Like, it should come from within and we should be respectful of each other. But
Hmm.
what happens is a lot of times then you get these women that go, hey, I'm so sick and tired of being in this one down position. And so they're like, I'm not gonna take it anymore. Which, like, good for you, because you shouldn't.
Right.
But then they want the one up position. I feel like that's what Jen is doing is she's like, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of being told who I have to be and
That's
what
so
I my
true.
role in this marriage. So now it has become this, unless you are 100% supporting me, being there for me, doing things for me how I want it done in the way that I think it should be done, like then all of a sudden you're not validating me and you're controlling me.
Right.
But that's not a true healthy relationship. It's not all of a sudden like you're switching positions on the ladder. You
Hmm.
need to get rid of the freaking ladder. Like that's your problem is you keep climbing. You keep putting yourselves on these different rings. Like that you have to be above your partner and them giving
Yeah.
you everything you want. That you're getting your power from them. That's not healthy.
Yeah. Wow, you could be a therapist.
Oh, no, thank you.
I mean, I
I
guess you're a form.
I was actually thinking about it the other day. I think the reason that being a therapist doesn't appeal to me is because emotionally, I don't think I would be able to handle the fact that people are gonna do what they're gonna do and they're not gonna listen to me.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I'd be I'd be like, help, I'm here to help. I'm here to help you with your stuff, but
Right.
ultimately like therapists, they can't really do that much. Like they're there to listen and kind of like interject occasionally. You
Yeah.
think that I could withhold what I have to say? Like, no. No, I couldn't. And then the fact that I could explain something and then they still continue their behavior in the same way, I think would kill
Yeah.
me inside. I'd be like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, just get divorced or like
Yeah.
just freaking I don't think I could do it. I really don't.
Oh my
Whereas
gosh, I could not.
education,
No.
yeah, the education, I'm at least a little further away and I'm like, here's your resources. Let me tell you, let me teach you all this stuff. But ultimately,
Oh, for sure.
it's
Yeah.
it's more in their hands if they're going to use the resources, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to do your homework, that's up to you. Like, and I love the teaching aspect, whereas therapy, yeah, there is a lot of teaching, but I don't know, it feels, I think I would be too invested, man,
Hmm.
in their lives, and it would really affect me if they don't freaking fix what their problems are.
Yeah. You're
Whereas
like, yeah.
an educator, go read this book. Oh, you never read it? Well, okay.
Sucks for the suck.
Yeah, I don't have to set a new appointment with, I don't have to hear about how you're still having the same problem but didn't read my book
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in next week's
But like
appointment.
that makes so much sense. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Okay, here's the last notes I have. Michaela's sister dressing up as Whitney, so mean.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Again, how are we not painting Michaela as the villain in any capacity when she's doing crap
Yeah.
like that? But then, okay, you know what? I will give it to Michaela because my next note says I literally keep forgetting Michaela is only 24.
Oh,
So, she did have a
yeah.
child when she was like, what, 15 years old? She's never matured. It doesn't
Also,
excuse it, but
yeah. Also, I don't think I wrote it down, but whenever the episode, it had to have been one of the first ones where Miranda did like she like hosted at her house everybody and made like that exquisite cheese board and they were making fun of it.
oh, yeah, yeah, the mom talk thing. Yeah.
I felt really bad for Miranda. I'm like, that was so like fun. And they're like making fun of it. Wasn't it Michaela?
I think you're right. Yeah,
I didn't like that. I was like, that's rude. She's just rude.
she is. She is. Oh, Michaela. Ta I did all caps. Taylor finally said exactly what they did. And I was like, finally.
Yeah,
Thank
just freaking
you.
spell it out. Thank you.
Thank
I love
you.
this plate that you just served me. Thank you very much.
And honestly, I mean, it was what I expected, but at the same time, I was like, whoa. You're
Yeah,
all in the shower together?
yeah,
You're like having sex on the same bed? You're playing spin the bottle, but you're married with children.
yeah.
Like, okay, Michaela's. Ooh, so you know how Michaela goes to therapy
Mm-hmm.
and it's filmed, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
Just a fun fact for you. Michaela's therapist is a pretty well-known ex-Mormon,
Oh,
like a pretty activist ex-Mo.
oh, interesting.
So I thought it was actually quite poignant that she was on the show because I was like, oh man, she kind of has a name made for herself. She was excommunicated. I've gone to an event with her before, where
Oh,
she,
wow.
yeah, yeah. So I went to this transgender event. It's like a weekend. It's honestly fantastic. And
Huh.
it's for transgender members of the church, people who are still in the church, people who have left, and it's just kind of this community event. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
conference that you go to, and you learn about different supports and different perspectives. And basically, the whole goal of it is to help church members better love and support transgender people in general, but especially like transgender youth and adults in our own community. Like, how can we
Wow,
support
okay.
them at church? How can we support them if they've left? Like, anyways, it was really great. I learned so much. It was so fantastic. I heard from so many different people, but she was one of it was like talk to a therapist session,
Hmm.
and I went in and she was the therapist, and obviously it doesn't bother me in the slightest that she's an ex-Mormon, but it is interesting once again that you say Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and paint it out like this one certain way, but like now who do you invite on your show but this like really well-known excommunicated member who like is pretty vocal in how anti they are, which like
Yeah,
that's fine. They,
interesting.
she has a right to like say whatever she wants and like have her experience. That's fine. But like
Hmm.
I don't know. It was just interesting to me that was
Yeah,
the
I
therapist.
had no idea who that was. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. The last note that I had, want to know what I never want to see? Someone's real therapy appointment.
Oh my, the fact that they like let that air, I don't, it's weird that they can film therapy appointments.
I don't ever. I can see it being beneficial, of course, like for yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm telling everybody right here, right now, I don't ever want to see your therapy appointments.
I
Ever.
don't either, actually.
It's so
That's
uncomfortable.
great. That's a great comment.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's do that behind again, closed doors.
yeah, I agree.
Not everything needs to be out in the open. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Episode 5 starts off with them reading confessions, and the first one is, I think Jen is fake. And then they're all sitting there while Jen is trying not to cry, and they're saying, give yourself some grace. What a joke. You are mean to her face, making her cry, and then acting all shocked that she's hurt and saying it's awkward for you?
Yeah.
These women, I do feel, of course, that there is a production element to these things. I mean, obviously, none of it's
Hmm.
actually completely real,
Right.
but well, of course she's struggling with her mental health. These women who are supposed to be her friends and they're in this with her, they understand how fake it is because they
Hmm.
are also having producers tell them what to say and orchestrating storylines. Like these women understand to an extent that the outside world can't, of what
Right.
this TV show is actually like. But is it really worth just being bullies? I think the problem I had overall with season 2 is that there wasn't any actual content worth watching. It was just them going argument to argument to argument to argument. It was just
Yeah.
this fabricated drama between the cast members. There wasn't really any external thing that we were working towards. There wasn't any sort of competition element to the show because you have all these different types of TV shows, right? Like you have competitions where you like win a prize, and all of season 1 was kind of working towards the reveal of the swingers scandal.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like there was something that it was the carrot that they were dangling, and you're getting to know
Yeah.
them. But this time around, there was just nothing. There was nothing to kind of, I don't know, link each episode together and have us working towards. It's just this group, and you have to fabricate this drama in each episode and in each scenario. So it just felt like these women had, I don't know how long filming is, but my guess is probably like a total of 3 to 4 weeks or something.
Oh,
So it's
yeah, I don't
really,
know.
it's like not that long that they're filming for, you know? But on these filming days, it's like they're trying to gather so much drama to use as content, right?
Yeah.
That
It
the
almost
only
just like starts to not make sense.
yeah, and the only thing that they're using to start this drama is just, oh, let's just have them all be mean to each other.
Yeah. That's the first note I had in mine. And my husband was watching, he happened to watch this part that Zach said when he said to Jen, what are you guys influencing to the world? All you guys do is shit on each other. And my husband goes, okay, wait, what are you watching? Because I agree with him. Like he was just all of a sudden like, those are some true words right there. He's like, I like him.
Yeah, when he was saying, why are you friends with these girls? All they do is
Yeah.
make you feel bad about yourself. You come home crying
Yeah.
in the same way that if I, as a teenager, was coming home, this never happened really to me because I had amazing friends, but like if I had a
Yeah.
teenager coming home and they were crying every single day because of how crappy their friends treated them and the
Yeah.
time that they're having at school, like I would say, I'm sorry. I get that you think you can't live without these friends and that like this is your life, but look what it's doing. Look at the quality of life you have right now. It's so low.
Yeah.
And that's what these women, it feels like to me, is that they're going home and they're sobbing because they have such a terrible time with each other. And that's the drama,
I
which,
could not imagine having friends that do the things that these people do to each other.
right. But it's not entertaining to me as an audience member. It made me feel like a bad person watching this, marriage fall apart, multiple marriages fall apart, watching these people be mean to each other. Like, that's not fun to watch. There's certain types of drama where it's like, oh, like this is
Yeah, yeah.
exciting and this is like, oh, this is tea and this is whatever. This season didn't feel like that to me. This season felt awful. It felt
Yeah.
boring from a entertainment standpoint, and the parts that were supposed to be entertaining just felt mean and not fun.
True.
Jesse and Demi are the villains. Her saying
Mhm.
Jen is a pathological liar, that's so unfair. She really thought that she was related to Ben Affleck, okay?
Oh my gosh, that did not need to go that over the top. I was like, "Oh my gosh." She
Well,
really thought that. It's not that big of a deal.
yeah, and we've all had that. We've all had things where we've been told
Yeah.
and we said and repeated, and like, yeah, it's a moment of embarrassment of being like, oh, is that not true? Is that not how you pronounce that word? Or is that not what that word means? Or is that not blah, blah, blah? Like, we've all
Right.
had those embarrassing things. I think just constantly bringing it up and making her out to be some villain for lying about it, that's not what happened. She just
Right.
be nice.
Yeah. That was like, "Whoa, what in the world?"
Jesse needs to stop with the colored contact lenses.
Wait, what? I didn't even notice.
You know when her eyes are like crystal blue? It's like, holy crap, Jesse's eyes are so blue. They're colored contact lenses.
I don't think I ever paid enough attention.
I remember wanting those so badly when I was 13.
Interesting. Like what
God.
color?
Oh, I wanted blue, because I wanted my eyes to like sparkle. But I
I feel like you've
also,
had really blue eyes though.
I do, exactly. Again,
Just not sparkly
imagine,
ones.
yeah, imagine if my mom had sparkly blue eyes and there I am standing in a mirror being like, my eyes aren't sparkly. Well, because your mom has freaking colored contact lenses in. They're not real. Like, again, I at 13 thought because there was this other girl that wore them and she would wear like some of them would have like red and they would be like pink. I don't know. It would
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
change her eye color completely. And I thought it was
Jeez.
so cool and sexy and mysterious and like, oh my gosh, I loved it and I wanted it so bad.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah,
That's
I can't
funny.
imagine the body dysmorphia that you would have to have because
Yeah,
once Jessie does look in a mirror without them, then I don't know, I think it would mess with me. I wouldn't think that I'm beautiful without them,
that's
you
true.
know?
Yeah.
Jen telling Whitney she's done with going to Jay-Z Styles is the most Utah thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not getting my hair extensions from her anymore. The drama.
I'm just like thinking those words would never come out of my mouth.
Purposefully throwing a dinner party the same night as the baby shower is so freaking mean. And then Demi's husband being confused and asking, you guys didn't want to go support her with the baby shower, like Whitney's baby shower? And them having to justify why they're being mean girls? Okay.
I forgot about that.
I love how
Yeah.
Brett said it. He said what I was thinking. Like, the husbands are like, aren't you guys friends? Like, what? I'm confused.
And then I swear the producers like make them hang out, like the husbands together. I don't think they would ever just like go hang out and go fishing. Like that is so set up. They're
Oh,
just clueless. They don't know what's going on.
no, for real. And then I just love that. Don't you guys wait, why are we having an entire catered hibachi dinner? Isn't there a baby shower tonight that you're supposed to be at? Like half the film crew's not here. Where are they? Oh, they're at a baby
Yeah.
shower? Why aren't you
I
guys
think
there?
I wrote when Demi said, "Support what? The baby's here."
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Whitney was through the baby shower after she had the baby because they didn't know what the gender was going to
Yeah.
be.
So
Had
rude.
it so rude. Now, had you been honest to me and just said, listen, I don't want to go to this baby shower because I'm struggling with infertility. I'm not in a good
Right.
headspace. I don't really want to be around people who are celebrating the fact that she was able to have yet another child when I'm struggling to have one.
Hmm.
That's completely different. That, to me, is completely reasonable. I mean, not to throw your own party, but to say, you know what, for my mental health, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
But to make it out to be this whole thing, I'm just gonna bash. What am I celebrating? The baby's already here. Why, it doesn't even matter.
I couldn't believe that she said that.
Yeah, just because you're hurting to me, quit hurting other people. Goodness.
Hmm.
And to plan this whole dinner, oh my gosh. Jesse's saying Whitney hasn't earned her place back yet, and she doesn't owe it to her to go to her baby shower. Can you imagine being the type of girl that is actively trying slash wanting to get Jesse's approval? You haven't, she hasn't earned her place back in our group. Like,
I
okay.
literally eye roll. My last one is I do feel really bad for anybody going through fertility issues.
I wish that they would show, they don't necessarily have to show more of that journey. I don't think that we as an audience need to see that. But again, make these women have more depth to them rather than just being these catty mean girls. Like
Right.
we in that moment we got this peek into Demi, into like the struggle that she's having. I don't necessarily need to see behind the curtain to that, but like you're showing me that there are other sides to these women that I would really love to see. I would love to see more of just something else, something that they're working on, you know. I think it would have been more
Hmm.
fun to kind of see Macy's process in writing this book, and like there was
Yeah.
moments of that, right? That was actually good when she went to go see um her son's grandparents, and she, we'll talk about that in a second. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
good. That was great, actually.
It's like they think it's gonna be boring, and I'm like, this is like the parts I'm enjoying.
Yes, oh yeah, you said that beautifully. Here's my notes from episode 6. I somewhat agree with what Whitney said that people project a perfect marriage in Utah. I think a lot of influencers do, but I also know a lot of people in genuinely happy marriages.
Hmm.
And I think, yeah, the influencers, there's definitely more of them coming out of Utah. And they
Yeah.
really do project this picture perfect. It's just this phenomenon, which is what makes them so interesting, you know? These young, beautiful, picture perfect couples. So then, of course, you see behind the curtain, you know, that's what
Hmm.
they're pretending to show us on this show, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, see, the picture perfect stuff isn't really picture perfect." So then they're automatically assuming that like, you know, no one who is actually a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is who's was married young has a happy marriage. But that's also a huge generalization and untrue. Like, there's so many people that do have great, happy marriages and great families,
Hmm.
and it's just not these extremes, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I did agree with Whitney in some capacity where she says that people project this perfect marriage, but I was like, but also Whitney lives in the influencer world, so she's not in touch
Mm.
with actual reality anymore. Because sometimes people do just actually have great marriages, okay?
True.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just the honest truth. It's not just for the camera. Like, they
No,
genuinely,
for
it's two
sure.
people that love each other and respect each other and
Yep.
had kids and are happy.
It's literally possible. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm friends with a lot of them. So,
Yeah.
Demi, Demi walking into the room saying, I was wondering where you whores were, gives junior high mean girl trying to be cool and edgy.
I don't even remember that. What part was that?
She just, I don't know. At one point, she just walks in and says that. And then I
Oh
said,
my
it's like,
gosh.
it's like calling your friend slut.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a junior high thing. Like, I was wondering
Yes.
where you whores were.
Sounds like a movie line.
Yeah, you're trying to be edgy and I can feel it and it makes it less
Yeah.
authentic. Okay, Jessie commenting on Jen's pregnancy and saying that she doesn't think that she should be pregnant right now where she's at in her relationship. And Demi saying Jen is a coward for not coming on the trip. Meanwhile, Jen is literally suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jessie, we didn't really need your input. After hearing that Jen's, pregnant, well, should she really be pregnant at this stage? No, that's the problem, okay?
Yeah.
She doesn't
Can't.
need you. She knows
Yeah.
she shouldn't be pregnant, okay? That's why she's having a
Hmm.
mental breakdown. So
Yep.
you off to the side being like, I don't know, is like your relationship really in a good enough place to be pregnant?
Like
Isn't
like they
helpful.
planned it. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
wrong
not
thing to
freaking,
say.
yeah. And then, yeah, to me being like, she's a freaking coward for not coming.
Oh my
Homegirl
God.
is going through some tough stuff over there that you have no
Hmm.
idea about. So how about you just give her the benefit of the doubt, okay?
Yeah.
That it's not all about you to me. It's not. I can't with them praying on this girl's trip at dinner. It's so
Oh
pathetic.
my gosh. I'm glad you wrote that down. 'Cause same.
I have never one time with my friends who are all like when I have been with all active members of the church, okay, and we sat down for dinner, little girls' night, we didn't say grace. Like
No,
that wasn't
never.
if it was like a family barbecue, I don't know if it was there and I was there with their spouses, whoever's home it is can kind of like determine if they want to say a prayer or not. But
Yeah.
like this whole should we pray? If I am at any dinner with even one non-member, like no, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
I
I
was
don't
just
even
gonna
do
say
it when I'm
that.
with
Yeah.
all members. Like what are we talking about? That's not really because we as a, religion, a lot of times we steer away from things that are performative. That's why our garments are on the inside of our clothing and not the outside. Okay, that's why we don't have like crosses and stuff all over our church buildings. Like it's much more like modest looking
Hmm.
because we truly believe that the members' actions should speak way louder than anything that we like wear or like anything like that, right? So that's
Hmm.
also why a lot of people won't pray like in public and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, but just like our faith tradition doesn't do that because a lot of times it becomes more about the performance than it does the actual ritualistic act, of like connecting with
Hmm.
God, right? Like for us, I'm saying for our religious denomination, that is why we don't do it. So when they're sitting down and having this full performative prayer, I was like, that's so far left from where our actual religion lies. Like, so few
Hmm.
things that are done are performative. So it just like is so off for me when they do performative
Yeah.
things like that. I'm like, what the freak? Okay.
But
Miranda said what I've thought this whole time, which is I'm sitting here thinking, is this what women supporting women looks like? Because it doesn't feel like it.
oh yeah.
Thank you, Miranda. I think that's why Miranda spoke like three sentences this whole season. Because I'm
Seriously.
sure she came in and was like, whoa.
I know. I was
Like,
like, I don't know if you want to be back in mom talk, girl.
yeah, no, these women are this is not a fun place to be. I don't think Demi texting her husband that she's going skinny dipping and him saying no is him controlling her. Like,
That whole scene was kind of weird.
just because your husband, you text him and you're saying I'm going skinny dipping, it's one thing to go skinny dipping with your girlfriends. I don't
Yeah.
think most husbands would have an issue with that. What the problem is there's like freaking 12 other strangers there
Yeah.
that are gonna see
Just
you
just because
naked.
they're gonna censor it on TV, but it's not censored for their eyeballs
Right. Well, and
that are filming.
I was thinking about all the people, the cast or the crew and like the camera
Yeah.
people, they're not consenting to see you naked.
Right. Right.
Like somebody get an intimacy coordinator in here because the poor cast and crew are not
Yeah.
consenting to seeing your breasts.
But yeah, I do remember them saying they were calling Brett controlling, huh?
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah,
no, that's again, her husband doesn't own her body. And if that's what
right.
you're saying, then I'm with you. But him not being okay going
Exactly.
skinny dipping with, again, 12 potentially more strangers, I'm sure quite a few of them being men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I would talk to my husband first too. Like
Mm-hmm.
the freak. Well, first off, I would never, ever, ever in a million years do that. But
Yeah.
if I
Yeah,
was,
exactly.
if for whatever reason I wanted to, yeah, I would talk to my husband about it and be like, hey, there
Uh-huh.
are like, 12 sets of eyes that are about to see my breasts. How do you feel about that? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
no kidding.
Okay, episode 7. Here we go. Am I the only one who thinks the way Utah girls curl their hair is weird? Question mark.
It's like they all went to some school that I didn't get invited to. Because
I
I don't know where they learned. I don't know what happened. I missed that class.
because I said watching Demi and Layla get their hair curled is so weird. And this, I don't, yeah, it's the way that they curl it. You know, you've become an
Yeah.
influencer when you change the way that you curl your hair to whatever the
Yeah.
crap they're doing. My gosh.
You straighten the ends. I'm like, I've
Yeah.
never once had a straightener and a curling iron at the same time. I'm either curling it or I'm straightening it. I don't know.
What are we doing? Um, okay, the car wash scene with Michaela, I actually thought was so relatable and funny because I too get scared at a car
Oh,
wash.
yeah. She like didn't know how to line up the tire or whatever.
Yeah, I genuinely
Oh,
thought that was so funny.
and she only did it for her kid, and then her kid ended up falling asleep. How long it freaking took for them to go to the car wash.
See, that's entertainment. That's
Yeah.
funny. Like that's the stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
It finally
That was
made
funny.
Michaela more of a human to me again. Okay, the Great Mormon Bake Off.
That was
That
funny.
I thought so too.
Do you love Taylor in her trunk, swapping her apple pie, whatever the heck it was?
I literally said, I love that Taylor bought her pie. Oh, wait, this part's so funny. I said, this is all said with complete sarcasm, okay? Just,
Okay.
okay. Because lest we forget, Demi brought the better than what cake, which is the
Okay.
better than sex cake.
Yep.
And yes, that is a real thing. Like, better than sex cake is
Hmm.
definitely like a thing. But in Utah, it is very common for it to be called a better than what cake
Hmm.
because, sex is taboo. But here's what I wrote.
Okay, wait.
This is all caps. Thank goodness Demi is removing the taboo of sex in the church. Phew, mission accomplished. I can pick a different career now because homegirls got it. Putting penises on a cake. She's
Oh my God.
revolutionizing the church's stance on taboo, conversations about sex. Thank goodness. Like, honestly, hats off to her. What am I doing in Australia getting a degree in sexology when I have to me doing the real work over in Utah? Oh my gosh. Like I should quit. Take back my certifications actually because to me alone is really revolutionizing, really
Yeah.
modernizing the church in general as a whole, as an institution. Like,
Oh my
oh my
God.
gosh, I feel like we are in trusted, good hands. Good hands. She is. The way that she so proudly sat there and said that she is removing the taboo of sex in the church. I'm sorry. Penis sprinkles? Yeah. Yep, that'll do it. That will
That'll do it.
absolutely make that's not sexist in any way. That's no, you got it, girl. You got it. The only way that we can talk about sex is, talking about a man's penis and
Oh
making
my
it once
God.
again a joke rather than something that we can actually have a conversation of. You turned it into something funny. How original of you. In a
Oh my
taboo
god.
culture of people who can't talk about sex, the only way that you could possibly talk about it was in a, a way of making fun or making it funny. Woo! Wow. Incredible. Great work.
Oh
I
my
could not.
gosh.
And then Michaela said that she didn't understand how her Jesus cake was sacrilegious, but penises weren't. Because penises aren't sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Like the freak? Those are not the same, girl. Like Jesus is a I don't know if you know this, but worldwide figure of salvation to many religious denominations around the planet. I don't know if you ever heard of the Bible, most sold book in all human history. Um, and you decided to make a cake with his face on it to have people eat it versus um, a penis is just a penis at the end of the day. Like, ever heard of a bachelorette party? Like, those bachelorette parties aren't sacrilegious. Like,
Oh my
I,
god.
I think you
Crying.
don't understand the definition of sacrilegious.
I just silent laughed for that whole time. I'm crying at tears.
Oh my gosh, girl. It's not the same. Yes, sex may be taboo, but guess what? It's not. Sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious. Yeah, sometimes it just cracks me up what these girls say.
Oh my
It's just
goodness.
embarrassing. It's like that's just out there for everyone, the whole world to see that you just said that.
Also,
Um,
I will say, whoever had, what was it, like the Joseph Smith thing?
I don't
That
remember.
one, when they're saying the Great Mormon Bake Off, like, now that is what I was picturing was like this, I think it was Sacred Grove or something like that. Like, that's what I was picturing. I wasn't picturing freaking Jesus. Like, be original, okay?
Oh yeah,
We don't own Jesus, okay? We are a Christian denomination, all right? That's
yeah.
like fail. If this was an assignment, you failed because that's not Mormon, okay? Clearly none of you are actually like Macy, I think was the one that brought the Joseph Smith thing because she's actually a church-going member. The
Yeah,
CTR thing, that's Mormon, okay?
yeah.
Choose the right. Absolutely. That is a symbol of this particular religious sect. So that's funny. Michaela being a bully and making the same thing was stupid. But
Mm-hmm.
better than sex cake, that's not religious. Like, I don't know. So
Yeah,
many people failed this assignment. I thought the
yeah,
assignment itself was
totally.
funny. Like, sure, poke fun. That can be
Yeah.
entertaining and funny. But we just failed across the board. Taylor buying the pie really did. I
I
loved
was just
that.
gonna say, then meanwhile we got Taylor over there. Oh my gosh.
I love Taylor. The last
Um,
thing that I had on this episode was Whitney's husband opening up to Whitney was nice, but I also felt like I shouldn't be watching and this whole conversation should have been private.
oh yeah.
There were so many things that they did film and air that I didn't want to watch.
Yeah.
Whereas I would have preferred more of the car wash stuff.
The word of the season is uncomfy.
Oh, I completely agree with you. That's a really good word. All right, anything that you had on episode 7?
Layla saying, I'm a big believer in giving people second chances, and then later she voted no for Whitney to be in Mom Talk.
See, exactly. The words mean nothing when your actions don't
Yeah,
match. Like, truly.
seriously. Especially when it's the same episode. It's not matching.
hmm It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on
Yeah.
business, is it? It's
Seriously.
not clocking to you that I'm a mean girl, is it?
And that's all I have.
Beautiful. All right, episode 8, home
Now
stretch,
let's
baby.
do this. Let's do this. Hot chocolate at Demi's house. So that's the scene. Okay, yeah, when they go over to her house for hot chocolate.
And it's
I
crappy
said,
hot chocolate that they end up not drinking. Again, that's
yeah,
funny. That I want to see.
yeah. Okay, I said I get where Demi is coming from. She's just a little harsh in the delivery. We're talking about Taylor's award show
Yes, they
thing.
didn't comment. None of them commented on
Yeah.
it.
Also, so weird that Taylor's saying she got no support when she did. I'm confused. I don't know why you need support on social media on top of texts. When Taylor explained it, it made more sense. Point is, Taylor should have handled that personally and not online.
Completely agree. Yeah. Would you rather have your friend send you a personalized text message to your real phone number because they're actually your friends and they have that
Yes.
information? Or would you rather they, comment fire emojis on your social media post?
I literally don't even know how you have the time to even check with all the following that you have on social media to like check for your friends' comments. I just don't.
Oh my gosh, I thought the same thing. I was like, the way that these women keep tabs on each other must
Yeah.
be exhausting.
I'm like, I wouldn't even be able to do that. I don't know. I would just appreciate the personal texts and phone calls. Thank you very much. That's all I
Hmm.
need. I mean, I don't even need it, but you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be on social media for me anyway.
Oh, completely agree.
Oh, I wrote Macy's embryo transfer was so emotional.
Oh, yes. See,
That was
that's good
sweet.
television. That I
Yeah.
liked. All these moments of realness that had nothing to do with the stupid fabricated drama of the girls was
Hmm.
actually great television. Some
So I
producer
liked
out there,
that.
take notes.
Yeah.
This is what we want to see.
Yes, seriously.
My first note, I just have to keep reminding myself this all isn't real.
Go to your happy place.
For real. The husband saying at the party that Taylor should take accountability. This idea, like how they should take accountability that they all have needs some help. You all need some actual readjustment to what it means to take accountability. And news flash. Like everyone, big announcement coming soon. Okay, are you buckled?
I'm just
Like
gonna finish. They're not gonna.
Jen needs to take responsibility. Taylor needs to take responsibility. What, your definition of it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, just because it didn't cross off your personal boxes, you random person that happens to be like, it makes no effing sense. Okay, it makes no sense. You all clearly need to sit down with a pen and paper and someone with a doctorate degree up at the front, and they need to explain to you what the phrase taking accountability actually means. Because all of your guys' definitions are so inaccurate. Like,
Yeah.
oh my
That
goodness. Oh
is
my
so
goodness.
yeah.
It's just freaking stupid. Okay. Episode 9.
Okay, I said Demi not having any empathy at all for Jen's video was a little wild.
Mm-hmm. I said on that point, I said the women watch Jen's video and they're like, oh, I didn't realize it was that bad. Honestly, if she
Hmm.
just says she's sorry, it's all good. As if they didn't bully her into being that bad.
Right.
This is your guys' fault. What do you mean?
Yeah.
All she needed to do was say sorry. That's all she needed. Again, putting criteria on what would get her into your good graces, the fact that you have all of these checkboxes and criteria is what
Hmm.
made her lose her freaking mind.
Also, they're lying again because that's not all that she would have had to do is say sorry. They're just saying that because she made a video that she's not well.
Right. And then it
They're
would
trying
make
to make,
them sound like the bitches that they are if they said,
yeah,
not good enough. She needs to take
exact.
accountability.
Yep.
She sends a video, and Demi says that it was weird and she should have sent a text. Then other women say that she should have had a private conversation with the members in the group. But then, if she did that, it still wouldn't have been enough, as they've proven time and time again. It has to be a very specific way, and they have to say certain things, and they have to sound
Yeah.
genuine and show remorse and do all of this stuff, check those boxes, and that is ridiculous.
Yep.
So again, it's just never, nothing is ever enough for them.
Oh my gosh. They changed the narrative of every like to just go as time as things change, they just change the narrative
Yeah.
on themselves. Okay, let's see. I said I do think that the pregnancy roulette wasn't a good idea.
I think the whole thing in general was cruel to
Oh
like
yeah.
the degree. Again, that's not entertaining. You
No.
took away both Macy and Michaela's chance to tell people in their own way how they wanted to.
Yep.
This is heartbreaking for Demi.
Yep. That was
And
so sad.
like that should never have happened.
No.
Honestly, it was awful, and I'm sure that it was an idea of the producers, but
Mm-hmm.
someone should have said, this is
Yep.
crossing a line. Like,
Oh yeah.
look at Demi.
All of them should have said no, we're not doing this.
Yes. So I agree that Demi could have sat out, but I also feel like maybe she felt like she couldn't because maybe this is a producer-led thing.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
again, all of these women, the show matters more to them than anything
Mm-hmm.
else. Like, they're all willing to risk their mental health over it.
Oh, and I'll get to that at the reunion.
Oh,
I have
okay.
a comment about that later.
Ooh,
That exact
okay.
thing.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that. But keep going,
Yeah.
keep going.
But yeah, that was horrible and horrible.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. Is this triggering to me? That was like someone said that. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this triggering to me? How could it not be? You
Wait, somebody
literally
said,
watched her. Yes.
I don't even remember
I
that.
think it was Jesse.
I think I just couldn't even watch it because it was so horrible.
How could it not be? You literally saw her cry. Showed like the first sign of vulnerability in this entire show,
Wow.
talking about her infertility. How could this not be the most painful thing? You're all women who have
Mm-hmm.
gotten pregnant and had babies, okay? Don't sit here and act like you don't understand the significance of a pregnancy test and the
Yeah.
journey that that takes. Macy, like having dealt with this infertility and now finally being pregnant, how is that not so mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I every time I do want to root for the girls, for some of them that I do believe are like actually good people, their silence also makes me feel like
Yeah.
I can't root for them because I'm like,
Yeah.
any real genuine friend, any one of them, the second that idea was brought up, it should have been shot down.
Oh, for sure.
That is so traumatic for anybody, but
Yep.
especially you're in a room full of women that understand the significance of like
Mm-hmm.
a positive pregnancy test and a negative pregnancy test. So how could
Yep.
you? Oh, I'm sorry, Demi, is this triggering? Are you freaking kidding?
Yeah.
So mean. So mean. I don't like Demi, but like I would never, just because I don't like her doesn't mean I want to see bad things happen to her. This
No, I
is
would
next
never.
level. Next level cruel. This is
Yep.
messing with her real life.
I agree with all that.
Okay. Keep going. Okay, the only other things that I had for this episode was Jesse explaining temple marriage incorrectly was so frustrating for me. That was
Oh, yeah.
extremely frustrating for me. The way that she explained it is completely inaccurate for anybody that actually cares to know.
Yeah.
Jesse's saying that the Mormon church wouldn't support them going to this place for dinner. It was the place where they like drink blood,
Oh, yeah, the vampire
the
dinner.
vampire dinner. Okay, sorry, let me just read this whole thing. Jesse's
Okay.
saying that the Mormon church wouldn't support them going to this place for dinner. Can we please stop with this constant blaming on the church? The church put in quotes, by the way. The
Mm-hmm.
church doesn't tell us what we can and cannot do. It
Mm-hmm.
teaches us values so we can decide for ourselves. Like, I just, I was just tired by the end of season 2 of the way that they were just they weren't bashing the church in any means, but like the complete fabrication of I don't even know the right wording. I really don't. Just the complete inaccuracy to the way that they say it. It's like, well, of course, of course you would say that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just classic, classic. The church would not be okay. Like, who the frick? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, it's the same
Who is
when
the church to you?
it's the same when they went to the haunted house. And like
Yeah,
they probably I don't think the church supports haunted houses.
as if Utah doesn't have one of the biggest, most well-attended haunted houses in the
Yeah.
US. What the freak are you talking about?
Like
What are you talking about?
the church has never told me that I can't go to a haunted house.
Yeah, and who the F is the church? Who
Yeah.
are you talking about? Like, I'm sorry, newsflash again.
Yeah.
The Church of Jesus Christ? Okay, full sentence pause. Like, full stop. Okay, Church of Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's go to where is Jesus Christ at? Bible, Book of Mormon. All right. All right. So that's where we're getting our information from. Everything else is cultural. And I'm pretty sure Jesus wasn't like, oh my gosh, blood. You're gonna like, I don't know. Just like the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
that
yeah.
they have like created this narrative of like the church. The
Yeah.
church. What the freak do you mean? We are just regular Christians, okay? You know what? I think everyone
So
needs to
funny.
relax. I need to relax. This is really
Yeah.
me saying it for me. I need to relax and quit getting so pressed about it. But I'm like, the church, blah blah blah. The church does not dictate anything about my effing life. I don't know what the freak you're talking about. Okay.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Whew. All right. Episode 10.
Oh wait, I have one more.
Oh yeah, please. Okay.
Okay, yep, 10. We're good now. Episode
All
10.
right. The final epic conclusion to honestly a horrible season. I did not have fun. I did not have fun this season.
I'm not having a good time. I want to get off of this ride.
For real.
Um,
Jen's life is spiraling out of control in a very real and not hee hee ha ha way.
no,
Like,
yeah.
she's bringing a freaking child into this. Her and Zach.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh. We've got Demi with fertility problems. We've got Michaela being like a real life bully.
Mm-hmm.
When instead we could focus more on like her healing from her sexual trauma,
Yeah,
Whitney's
exactly.
husband's sexual trauma stuff, and like their
Yeah.
relationship and like stuff like that. Again, if you don't want to do the door peek into that, how about you talk about like do a little bit more about their businesses? Like, even though I
Mm-hmm.
don't care one crap about Jessie, like I think it would be more interesting to kind of maybe hear her how she kind of rose to fame in the hair world and
Yeah, I
how
don't
she's
know anything
created
of
this
how she got
empire,
there.
you know? Talk more
Yeah.
about we had the baby mama event last season, but like I don't actually know what the freak baby mama is. You
True.
know? Like talk more about those things.
Yeah.
These women's like businesses. There's full meals behind all of these women, like good meat and potatoes that we could be eating, but instead they're like, no, no, no. Here's
Yeah.
a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Like, now sit around and eat crackers and cheese and gossip. Like,
And do a truth circle.
yeah, for real. I'm hungry. Feed me like this isn't this isn't fun for anybody.
Okay. My first thing for episode 10, Michaela, although she is the worst,
Uh-huh.
sometimes is so funny.
Oh, absolutely.
Like when Santa walks in and Michaela was like, "Are we in a fever dream? I hope Santa brings me a new group of friends." I was laughing at that.
I do agree. She's
Um,
got some good quips. And again, me saying
yeah.
like I don't like Demi, I don't like Jesse, I really don't like Michaela. Like at the end of the day, they're women, okay? They've sold their
Yeah.
souls to this show, but
Oh my gosh,
to
seriously.
but they're all freaking messed up and I don't think they're bad people. I just think,
No.
Michaela is a bitch.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make her a bad person.
I know. And then, okay, I've
She can be
got, oh
funny. You can
wait,
be bitchy and funny.
yeah. Oh, all right, are we still ping-ponging? You can go now.
The next one I have was with the big sit down talk. I get where Jesse was saying that they don't have to be friends, but this is a business. So that I was totally on board with. I was like, yeah, like
Yeah,
mom talk is a business. It's not this sisterhood of like empowerment. Like that's
right.
freaking BS.
Mm-hmm.
Not for 2 seconds. Yeah, for crap it is.
Yeah,
No, this is a business, okay? This is a social media business. So
yeah,
I do understand saying, like, yeah, we don't all have to be friends, but like, this is a business. That I'm on
yeah.
board for. What I wasn't on board with was when she said, and a lot of women online look up to us. Okay.
Yeah.
First off, this is a message to women everywhere. If you're looking up to these women, girl, I suggest you look to the side and realize that there's actually a pedestal that you could stand on because you should not be looking up to these women. Like, you should
Oh,
be on eye level, okay?
like you need to like, go back to the search bar in your socials and search someone else.
You're a lot of women look up to us. I hope not. I hope to never meet a woman that says, "You want to know who my hero is?" To me, Jesse, Michaela. Have you ever seen Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? I really look up to those women. In what way?
God.
In what are they doing that's worthy of your eyesight and eye line going up? You look up to
Strong pivot.
them?
Oh gosh. Catch me
About
over
face.
there.
Macy, maybe. Macy, I think there's maybe an argument that can be made for
Oh yeah,
Macy,
yeah,
but but even
yeah. So,
then,
yeah.
even still, look up to? No. Okay, continue.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Miranda saying she doesn't know if mom talk is something she wants to be a part of after all. I said, yes, girl, run in caps. Run and don't look back.
For real, it's not worth it. It really is not. I know all these women have decided that it's worth the paycheck, but girl, no. Your mental health
No,
is worth more than whatever they're paying you. They're paying you
literally
pennies on the dollar when
run.
it comes to your mental health.
Put your best running shoes on and flee.
Yeah. This I said. Macy going to the crash site was the only good thing about this show. The whole show could have been this. It could have been this beautiful, meaningful thing. We only got really, I think it was like 20 minutes or something in total of
Yeah.
Macy going to see
Hmm.
her ex's parents, talking about how she was in a fight before her boyfriend died.
Yeah.
And then I will say, having Michaela pray for her was so sweet and kind.
Yes.
And the whole thing made me cry
Yeah.
because
Me too.
I felt like it really was this moment of showing finally,
Yeah.
if you're gonna call this freaking show The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives rather than just The Secret Lives of Utah Moms,
Yeah.
like, if you're gonna make it about religion in some way, like, this is what it should be. Because
Hmm.
to Michaela, she's not religious. She's not been a part of this religious denomination. I don't know if she's religious at all. I don't know. But
Yeah.
to her, she sees that Macy's faith means something to Macy.
Yep.
And so for her to take that moment and say, like, can I say a prayer? I thought was just so beautiful for
That
her
was
to like take that away
such a
from.
good friend.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I was like, see, this is what it's all about, is that you don't
Hmm.
have to be a part of this religion. You don't, it's just respecting someone else's beliefs and not pretending like you know them and like telling national television, this is what we believe when you
Yeah.
haven't been a part of the we in like 3 decades.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just thought that that whole thing was really beautiful and it
Yes,
made me
me too.
cry. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. It made me teary up for sure.
I
I know I
just,
really like that. That was the other note I had too. I just said I really like to hear more of Macy's story because I wanted it in season one.
hmm.
And so we kind of got to see more of that, which I
But
liked.
we
But
only got like a snippet. I feel like had they made
yeah,
that more of a plot point, I would be more intrigued to actually read her book, to be honest.
yeah,
If they wanted to do this to help her book sales and help all of these things, then give me more.
yeah.
Give me more than just like this
They
teeny tiny
really,
thing.
I don't know who the makers of the show are, but it's unlike any other reality show I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot. I feel like they just, it's very sloppy. It's
Yeah.
not, it's normally with reality shows, you get everyone's like full picture.
Mm,
But like I'm so confused with some of these people. I'm like, I don't even know. Like you said, I don't even know how Jessie came to be who she is.
yeah. I think
I
it's
know
because
nothing about it.
they rely so heavily on the Mormon label that
Yeah.
all of a sudden, oh, well, everyone makes assumptions about what Mormon is, and so we're just going to only focus on that. When that is like not even an ounce of most of these women's
Hmm.
story, personality. They
It's
just happen
so
to live in Utah.
sloppy.
They just happen to live in Utah and were
Yeah.
raised this way. Like, it has nothing to do with who they are, but yet they've made the whole show about that. And that's why there's no substance to it, because there's nothing there to be found, because these
Yeah.
women don't know what the freak they're talking about. Whereas if you
Hmm.
make it about like being a influencer in Utah, that's way more interesting.
Yeah. And like even in season one, everyone was so freaking confused. I mean, I feel like I was. I at least knew, I already knew what happened with the swinging stuff, but like they didn't, like it was so sloppy that like it made it seem like everyone on the show was swingers with each other when it wasn't the case.
Yeah, but it's
But
almost like they don't have to do anything big because the moment you slap Mormon onto something, everyone
hmm,
watches it, which
yeah,
is so annoying. Like, come on. You can
yeah,
slap that name on for clout, sure, but at least make it good quality.
right. Like it needs to be made more like the Housewives shows are, like the Real Housewives of
Mm,
whatever's. Like we need to see glimpses of more of their lives and like yeah, it's just not the same. But anyway, I only have one more note. I just
go
wrote,
for it.
didn't it end with them like in their little meeting of
Wait,
like who to be in mom talk and who's not?
yeah, well, it ended officially with Layla and Marciano,
Oh, that's right.
the
I
cliffhanger.
just my last note was I'm too stunned to speak. Everything is so messy.
Yeah. Episode 10, the only thing I had was Layla and Marciano. Layla, why is any of this your business? Why are you going to talk
Yeah.
to him out of everyone in this group? And then I said, okay, the affair angle is interesting. We finally have something worth watching, and the whole thing is over.
Yeah.
And if,
Seriously. To
yeah,
get a season 3.
oh my gosh. Finally, we have the epic conclusion, which is the reunion of this awful show. The prayer at the beginning, of course, I thought was ridiculous.
I wrote that down too.
Making Whitney speak on whether or not Demi's cheating accusation was true. Why is Whitney now Demi's spokesperson? Leave Whitney the freak
Right?
alone.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the celestial room setting?
Oh, I was actually, oh my gosh. Okay, let's rewind really quick. The start of the reunion. Starting off, the fact that they completely they made the entire set mimic the celestial room of a temple. I mean, okay. Slow clap to the producers on that one. Got us there.
Slow slap.
But also, I was like, you freaking mother effers.
Just leave
Oh,
us alone.
like for real. If you did this of any other religion, oh,
Oh,
if you did it to like a synagogue or a mosque or anything like that, like someone would have something to say. But no, we all got to keep silent because we're just always so used to you making fun of us. We're literally,
hmm.
you want to know what it is? We are all
What?
Whitney and everyone is freaking Michaela. Everyone, we as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we are Whitney, okay? We ain't perfect by any means, but like, why the freak do you keep bullying us? And I just have to sit here and take it? But if you bullied anybody else,
Oh my
any other
God.
religion, everyone would come to your defenses. But because you're bullying Whitney, because you're bullying a Mormon, we just gotta sit and take it.
Oh my gosh.
For anybody that didn't catch it, okay,
Ugh.
we have temples, okay, and they're not a secret. You can look them up online. You can actually, in fact, go visit them yourself. You you can go
I
walk
was gonna
into
say there's
one.
like open houses.
Yeah, we do an open house. That's how secretive we are. We're like, hey, everybody in the entire world, come inside our temple. And then everyone's like, there's such a cult. No one knows what they get up to. The freak do you mean? Okay. When a new temple is built in a country, they have an open house for anyone. And I mean anyone. You could be homeless with no shoes. And you want to know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put cute little like what are they called? Like wraps,
Booties.
little booties around your bare feet and let you in. And guess what? Everyone gets booties, not just because you're homeless with bare feet. Right? It's to protect the carpet. You can
Oh my
look up
gosh.
online. Look up like the Paris Temple. They did an entire like what is it? Videography tour, like digital tour for those that couldn't go to the open house. You can look up any picture you want, any video you want of what the inside of our temples look like, okay? And then there's videos on videos on videos produced by the church that explain what we do. There's videos about the garments we wear, what they look like. They show them, okay? We are not trying to like hide something. And these buildings are beautiful. But most importantly, these buildings hold a lot of sacred symbolism and meaning to members. So,
Hmm.
in just the same way that I would be respectful going into when I was in Thailand, like when I was going into their temples, sometimes you have to wear
Oh,
certain
right, yeah.
clothing, like you have to be respectful and modest of like whatever. If I'm going into a synagogue, if I'm going into somebody's mosque, like I am going to be respectful of that space. But somehow
Hmm.
our religious beliefs aren't to be respected at all by anyone for
Yeah.
whatever reason. Like, no, a temple is a very special sacred place that we go to talk with God, to speak with Him. Like, and the celestial room, that's a place that, again, you can look up the pictures online. You can take a digital tour. You can go visit yourself to a
Yeah.
temple open house. Like, once the open house is done, then yes, it is closed to the public and it is just for members because of what we do. We are having conversations with God, and you want to be spiritually prepared to have that. You want this to be a special place. So, yeah, it's not just anybody can come in. Like, this is for people who are active and participating, and it's a place where we can go and worship. Okay. Our church buildings are free and open to anybody at all
Hmm.
times, but temples are a bit more special and sacred. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
you go in and there's a what's called a celestial room in every room. And this kind of mimics in layman's terms just the like heaven on earth, okay? It's very
Yeah.
beautiful. It has beautiful stained glass that there's a lot of symbolism in like the nature and stuff that the stained glass depicts. It's just a beautiful room. To be honest, like it kind of looks like a really, really, really fancy hotel room. Like it's like a really fancy hotel lobby, okay?
Yeah.
Like, but what the symbolism and stuff that makes it special is that like you're there specifically coming with the intent to read your scriptures and to ponder and just kind of like meditate on the gospel, and like some people come really brokenhearted, having a really tough time and tough day. Like when I go to the temple and I sit in the celestial room, like I've been in there in tons of different circumstances, and it's been really beneficial to me to just have this designated time and place to talk to my heavenly parents, to talk to my savior, to just pray internally. It's like we're just sitting there. It's silent for the most part.
Yeah.
Like you can talk if you want, but like, if you're talking, it's usually in whispers because like you're just sitting there. The biggest decisions I've ever made in my life were I like went to the temple and that's what I
Yeah.
did. So, to take this and then put these stained glass and like make a set for this show to symbolize one of the most sacred places that we have on earth to us.
Yeah.
The freak? Rude.
It's like not funny, but it's
It
funny.
is, yeah, exactly.
It's
It's, I mean, what
rude.
else can we do except laugh? Because
Oh
we
my
can't possibly be upset ever.
gosh.
Heaven forbid a Mormon's upset that you made fun of them.
It's like, oh
Oh
my,
my,
yeah,
but yeah,
it's
it
the
really,
sound that was rude. That was pretty, I think, rude.
Rude. Yeah. I was like, I see what you did. I see it. Okay, if I was a producer and had no actual respect for anyone of this religious denomination, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, oh my gosh, how great would it be if we like made fun of them in this like super, super, super subtle way?
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
You
wow.
actually
Yeah,
respected
seriously
us.
though.
Okay. Well, and their interview rooms, in case you didn't catch it, the entire season, also
Oh yeah.
formatted the same with the stained glass and stuff. That's not an accident. That wasn't just a
Yeah.
pretty room. They did that on purpose, okay?
Yeah.
So,
Ugh. Anyway,
okay. Wow.
love it.
Sorry
Fun
about that
times.
freaking rant, but I needed to say it. Next, okay, again, Jessie, love when she speaks on the church. Ooh, she's just so accurate all the time. Jessie said, well, you get in trouble very easily in the church, so you're gonna have to be specific. I think this was when they were talking about like soaking or something, or maybe
Oh,
caffeine or soda. I don't remember. But Jessie just
something.
saying that, like, I completely disagree with
Yeah.
what she said. Honestly, I
Yeah.
disagree with anything that comes out of Jessie's mouth about the church. Just
About the
know
church.
I disagree.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I disagree. Come and talk to me if you want to know.
Oh my
Not, yeah.
gosh.
I do think there is something to be said about the fact that Jesse's over here being like, the church has like all of these rules that you can't break. And then you turn the interview to Taylor and Dakota, and it's like, okay, from an outsider's perspective, we backed up a little bit, okay? Zoom out that camera. I really don't think the detriment to someone's life of staying abstinent when you're not married and like not doing drugs, like the abstinence of those things has as many negative consequences as the inclusion of those things into your life. That was a horrible way to say that. What I'm saying is,
No, I got you.
yeah, Jesse's being like, oh my gosh, the church has like all of these rules, and aren't people so silly to follow them? Okay, but like, you want to know what I've never had? A pregnancy scare. You want to know what I've never, ever had to be tested for? An STI. You want to know what I've never had to deal with? Okay, a hangover.
Oh my gosh.
So, sure, are those, is having sex before marriage and doing drugs and doing all these things? I think we're talking about two different things if we're saying like those are bad and sinful. I don't think that's the conversation. Okay? That's a
Yeah.
different conversation for a different day, and I have different opinions, okay? But if we're just saying that like yeah, the church has all of these rules and it's like so silly to like obey anything that anybody else. I don't know, but from where I sit, I think Taylor and Dakota's issues that they have are exacerbated by 1,000 because they have a freaking child together and she
Hmm.
is on probation from jail because
Yeah.
of domestic violence because of drugs. I think
Yeah.
it's so bold of you to say that, yeah, there's no positives at all to somehow abstaining from these things. Like, no, 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 they're so repressed. Like, they're so, I don't know, I don't really feel repressed when I've never, ever had to deal with the issues these folks are getting up to.
Sure. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Can you
I
imagine?
love your notes. Oh my gosh. This is the
Oh,
best.
I can't even imagine like being scared that I'm pregnant. That sounds so freaking stressful.
Oh my gosh. It's stressful when you're in a happy relationship though too.
No,
Like
exactly.
if you're married.
Yeah, I can't imagine the financial planning, just like all of it.
Yeah.
That's a big freaking deal, okay? A
Hmm.
child. Just a child. Take all of the morality out of it. I'm not talking about that in the slightest. I'm literally just talking about the fact that like you got pregnant. Like that causes a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Okay, that could have
Yes.
been avoided. So I think or I don't know, villainizing like how dare this religion have values. Okay, but think of all the we are avoiding if you actually follow them with like, a true intent and you don't like you are avoiding a lot of things that
True.
aren't
Yes.
super great or could potentially not be great.
Hmm.
No, I just had to it was I just felt bad when Dakota and Taylor are sitting there just talking about their relationship. They're using sex as this way to gain
Yeah.
control over each other. It's just really unfair for them and for their kids. And like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh. And I just said, the fact that I never have to go through this kind of drama and hurt is amazing.
Oh
I
my
feel
gosh.
bad for them. I do.
I know.
Goodness.
Seriously.
Okay. I said, on a positive note, at least one day when their kids all have to go to therapy for the unhealthy habits their parents taught them, they'll have the video footage to show their therapists.
Oh my
Be like,
gosh.
these are my parents. You see why I'm the way that I am.
Oh my gosh.
Let
Oh
me play
my
you this section of my mom yelling this thing at my dad when I was like, that's how we got here. I just imagine,
gosh.
like 20 years from now, all of their poor children.
Gosh.
But at
That's
least
so
they'll have the video
sad.
footage?
Let
Um,
me just show you.
yeah. This whole thing with taking accountability, we've already covered. I feel like
Hmm.
Nick Vile hates Whitney. Covered that.
Yeah, I do too.
He was not an
It kind
unbiased
of bugs
host.
me. He has favorites for sure. I know he really likes Demi, I think. And then it's
Yeah.
almost like he was trying to have to convince himself in the reunion that she's in the wrong sometimes. And he like was like, oh,
Yeah, he's the biggest Demi fan, and for
yeah.
why?
I don't know.
Ugh,
She's been
but
on his show the most, I think.
yeah, I don't get Nick Vile, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's not my source of uh news. I'll just say
I used
that.
to really, really like him and follow him, but it's just, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't, I don't know.
Okay, the Connor sharing about his porn addiction was honestly great. And to see the
Hmm.
guy's reaction to it was also great.
Yes.
Jacob's one line, I'm just a girl dad,
Oh my
was
gosh,
so
I was gonna say that too. I have that written down. Literally want to cry.
he's the you want to know why he's the least problematic? Because we don't hear a peep from this man.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, like we don't know basically anything about him.
Yeah.
And I think it's great. I think we could really benefit in a lot of ways from
Mhm.
taking, a page out of Macy and her husband's book where it's like, okay,
Mhm.
mom talk is clearly Macy's business, right?
Yeah.
Like she's this influencer, but her private life, her family and stuff, they're they're a lot more closed doored, and I really like that. It's this
Yeah.
open door thing that's a nightmare.
Yes.
But yeah, that was adorable. And I thought it was honestly
Ooh,
fantastic.
I loved that. That's what I had written down too.
Okay, but what was crazy was the fact that Michaela fully bullies Whitney but talks positively about her husband. Because Michaela,
Yeah.
that I was like, what the freak? Michaela was saying that Whitney's husband, Connor, had been like
Like
a real
reached
help
out.
to her, reached out to
Yeah.
her, all this stuff. And I was like, then how are you being so mean to his wife? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
It's weird. I don't understand either. Also, I don't feel like anything got resolved. It was like random when Nick was like, "Okay, go hug." And I'm like, "What are we hugging for?
Yeah,
We didn't even get anywhere."
that was awful. That was
That was
genuinely
weird.
terrible.
I was like, "We have not made one step of progress in that." I don't know where you found that
And
they were ready to
again,
hug.
I think that's mean towards Whitney. Why are you
Yeah.
making Whitney hug her bully? Michaela was talking positively about Connor, saying that they like had a moment, and then you have Whitney sitting there crying. And you can tell like this just hurts Whitney so much
Yeah.
that she cares about this girl. I really do believe that. I do believe that she cares about Michaela.
And I
But
think she really truthfully wanted resolve and like
yes.
it just Michaela doesn't.
Yeah, and that's I felt bad that Whitney right there was crying and being like, I care about her, but I don't want to. And I get why she doesn't want to, because this girl is her personal bully.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're now making her hug her bully, how is that not mean to Whitney?
Yeah.
Like truly, if again, if you put this into other terms, if you had two children and you
Mm-hmm.
had a little girl that was bullying another little girl, and then you had the victim go hug
Mm-hmm.
her bully, like no one would ever do that. But
No.
why are we doing it to Michaela and Whitney as if it's
It
different?
was
Like
weird to me.
the last thing, the scene of them at the sex shop and Jesse
Oh
saying,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm sitting up for this. I've been laying back this whole time. I'm sitting up because I have worked in a sex shop. I don't know why I said it like that. I worked in a sex store, okay? I worked there. I didn't just come in to look. No, I was there on business, all right? I was selling. I'll
Standing on
explain it all to you.
yeah.
So, again, just anything out of Jesse's mouth this season pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're at this sex store, right? They go in and Jesse says, "Oh, this is a sinner's heaven." Erg. Like, and she also said that it's modern feminism. Oh, once again, you know what? I'm gonna go the humorous route. Thank goodness we have Jesse and Demi here because they are really just breaking down walls, you know? They're really busting through years and years, decades really of taboo. Jesse and Demi are heroes amongst women. They are someone I personally look up to. And I'm so grateful that they had the courage to go to a sex store, a sinner's heaven, as Jesse called it, because of course, sex is sinning to these folks. But you know what? They're like, what do you mean? It's you're perpetuating the problem, okay? You're calling it a sinner's heaven. You're making fun of it. I get this is where the tabooness comes. Okay, is
Yeah.
associating sin that you're modernizing and stuff because you're going into a sex store, but you're still going into a sex store because you're pretending that you're somehow edgy and modern and like breaking through something because this is a sinner's heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Sex is not sinful. Buying a sex toy, going in a sex store, it's not sinful. So, okay, on to you.
I'm sure
I
you loved
can't.
that. That is so good.
I've spent thousands of dollars. I've moved away from my home. I've sold everything to like help the problem. And then I've got freaking Jesse and Demi over here being like, oh my gosh, the freaking Rosie the Riveter. Like, we are really just helping these women. I'm like, no, you're not. You're perpetuating the exact problem that we have. You don't get it. Don't get it.
Oh my
You
gosh.
don't get it. Oh my gosh, if I thought penis sprinkles was gonna fix the problems, do you know how many penis sprinkles I would have bought by now? I worked in a sex store, okay?
I can't breathe.
Oh my gosh, but no, honestly, thank goodness that these women are out there fighting the good fight.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else you would like
Oh,
to add?
okay, but the only other thing that I almost forgot, what were we saying earlier that I said, oh my gosh, I wanted to comment on that.
Oh
You
shoot.
said something, how they like care more about
Oh, they care more about the show.
they care more about the show than their mental health. And
Yeah.
when you said that earlier, I was like, ooh, yes, because the fact that at the very beginning of the reunion, when Nick asked Jesse about the whole Marciano, whatever the crap his name,
Hmm.
cheating allegations, if she actually had an affair, and she chose to let the world think the worst of her and comment horrible things probably about her marriage, probably destroying her marriage. She chose that over telling whatever her truth is. I don't know what the truth is because she didn't tell us, because she chose to say, well, that will just give it like season 3 away. So we have to
Mm,
wait until season 3 because we talk about it in season 3. I'm like, are you joking me right now? You're gonna let the whole world think you're a cheater because you can't talk about it because it's in season 3.
that is such a good point.
I was like, I would rather, if that just makes me believe that she is. Wouldn't you like want to clear the air so freaking fast if that were you? I mean, maybe they would, I don't know what is in the contracts. Maybe she would have got kicked off the show because they want to use it as like her next storyline. And if that means more to you to be on the show, whoa, but that would not be me. I would be setting the record straight to everybody to not ruin my marriage.
Oh, I completely agree
But
with you. Like these women have gotten themselves into these contracts, and I feel like so many of them are way above their head. Like they're in too deep. You know, like
this isn't,
Jen's too deep. Like this
yeah,
isn't worth destroying your actual real life.
this is
It's
like
not.
too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting bad. Like the fact that you need to threaten a cease and desist, like this is not worth it. This is like way too far.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
think
don't
we all
know.
need to put down the phone and TikTok recording and like go touch real grass.
Yeah. Like the fact that you're wanting to actually destroy people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever's if this affair isn't real and Jesse actually didn't have an affair, these rumors, whoever is starting them, they are nasty. That's
Oh,
just horrible. And I wouldn't want any part of it. I would run so fast. That's why I'm telling Miranda. Oh, speaking of Miranda, that's my other note. Why was she even at the reunion? She didn't say one thing.
yeah.
I
She
feel
didn't
like
say anything
that's
this whole season, to be honest. Except for
true. I
the
don't even know
one
why
time where
she was at.
she finally admitted like what they did as like the swinger scandal,
Yeah.
and she, wore lobster hands to that party.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was the only thing she contributed, but even then she contributed more than Layla.
Yeah. True. I just don't even know why she was there, though. I was like,
Yeah.
Nick didn't do a very good job as a host. He didn't even ask her a question.
I feel like, yeah, because she had nothing to contribute, but it almost would have been weird had she not been there because they would have brought that up. Like, why is
True.
because I'm sure she's in season three. Maybe she gets a storyline in season three. Who
Uh,
knows?
yeah, I just feel like they should have come up with something to ask her. The only last thing I was like, I feel like nothing really got resolved. It was like they announced Dancing with the Stars cast and then like had their room for their stories to share, like Connor and Layla, and then it was
Yeah.
over.
Oh, Dancing with the Stars. Do you think that either of them have a shot at winning? Because I do.
I think so. They're both actually, I mean, Whitney has a background in dancing.
I think Whitney
And
has
Jen's
like a
just
good
pretty
chance.
good. But Jen's also like fresh postpartum. I don't know
Hmm.
how she's built different, that girl. I could never. Oh my gosh. She
I
just gave
hope
birth.
she just gave birth. She just had like all this mental health stuff. I'm like, girl, maybe
Yeah,
take a break. Maybe
I
turn the
know.
camera off. But I mean, hey, this has been her
I know
dream,
it's her
so
dream, so it's like maybe
okay.
this she felt like it would be like her only opportunity, but I mean, hey,
I hope it
good
goes
for
well
her.
for her though.
I
I
know.
will not be watching, but I know you will be, so I expect a full report.
You don't watch?
No. I got too much going on, I got 10 too many shows,
Oh my gosh, I
grad
know. I
school,
can't keep up.
yeah, I got a list a mile
I
long.
cannot keep up with the television. I'm so behind.
Okay, overall, what is your rating out of 10 for season 2?
Oh my gosh, did I write that down? I think I'm gonna do a
Hmm,
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Okay. I was gonna do 4.
Okay.
So there we go. Season 1, we gave it way higher. I think I gave it like a 6 or a 7 or something.
I know, I think I did too. I
It
think it
was
was
just
just like entertainment vibes.
it was so much more entertaining. This one was just not
Yeah.
fun. This was not
Yeah.
fun. This was not good. It just, from an entertainment perspective, there was nobody I was truly rooting for. There was no
Yeah.
storyline that I was following. We watched them get ready, go
Yep.
eat something at a well-decorated table with a charcuterie board. We watched them bring up fabricated drama in the moment to cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would just yell and then they just repeat it. Like that's what this season was. And so it wasn't
Yep.
entertaining at all. There were moments that could have been good, could have been fun, could have been interesting, but
Yeah.
they only gave us like 10 minutes of it rather
Yeah.
than and then just, like 50 freaking minutes of drama.
It's so
Pointless,
true.
pointless drama. But you know what?
And but will I be watching the next season? Yep.
Well, of course, we have to do another podcast episode.
Of course. Well, of course. But I also just have to know because I
Yeah,
don't know why.
I'll watch the next season. I feel like hopefully it'll be better, I hope. But
No, we'll see. Well,
eh,
now I gotta know how this freaking Marciano thing ends up.
yeah, finally we have something worth watching. See again,
Yeah.
where was the plot? The there was just nothing to follow this time. This cheating scandal thing is an actual plot line.
Yeah.
So I'm here for that.
It'll be interesting.
Plus, finally villainizing the two people that I feel like have been the villains this whole time, I think will be quite satisfying for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
And
right. Well,
I love Taylor.
yeah. Team Taylor. And speaking of Taylors, thank you, Taylor, for coming on my show.
Thank you.
This was amazing, wonderful. I can't wait to edit it and get it out to all the people so they know our opinions on the
Yes.
secret lives of Mormon wives. Everybody, have a fabulous week. Taylor, sign us out.
Thank you for listening to our thoughts on life because this has been life according to Nikki.
Beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, 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 you got it.
Okay.